Hello and welcome to the Long Days Journey into Film podcast. This is episode number 16, I think. I think it's 16, or is it 17?
It's somewhere up there.
Yeah. I'm Russ. Here's my co-host.
Andy.
And our special guest.
Hey, I'm Eric. Nice to be on.
And we're going to be discussing some Kino, as usual. So, if you're on YouTube, hit that like button. Follow us on Letterboxd. I have all our Letterboxd accounts linked down below. We'll be discussing Kino. I don't know. Wait, why are you muted?
You forgot what we were talking about? We're just discussing. Fuck what I do.
So, Eric, what are some of your favorite movies?
Favorite movies?
Just introduce yourself. Give yourself a little taste of what you're into.
I've got a few. Not really one guy. If somebody recommends me something and I like it, then I like it. It's not like I'm defined to one genre. That makes sense.
Okay.
But I like dramedies. Makes sense. I like
nice.
Punch Drunk Love. I like Denis. Whatever. It's Denis something. Okay.
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve. That's it.
Villeneuve. Dennis Villeneuve.
I like some Criterion shit if I'm in the right mood.
Oh, fuck yeah. Punch Drunk Love is great. Yeah.
Yeah,
PTA.
no, I think it's really good.
We gotta talk about some PTA movies on this podcast. There's a serious lack of PTA movies.
Punch Drunk Love is technically the only PTA movie I've ever seen, but I don't remember it at all.
PTA?
Didn't you see Boogie Nights?
No, I've seen bits and pieces of Boogie Nights, never the whole thing.
I tried watching Boogie Nights blind when I was talking with a friend one time, and it was not good.
I disagree.
We went 20 minutes in, and it was already talking about shit fucking, I don't know, whips their, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but it was not good.
I mean, I think Boogie Nights picks up after the first 20 minutes. I really love that movie. But yeah, I could maybe see why people wouldn't be into it. Anyway, so today we'll be discussing some Safdie Brothers films, Good Time and Uncut Gems. So it will be a spoiler discussion for both. So
as always.
Yes, as always. So that's the warning. I think all of us would recommend these movies. I think, or we'll get into.
Definitely.
Yes,
I'm kidding. Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yes. So starting off, Good Time from 2017, directed by Josh and Benny Safdie. And this was their third film, I think. Yeah.
No, they've had so many other shit before it.
Mostly short films, though. They had Day Longlegs, Heaven Knows What, and I think just Josh Safdie made The Pleasure of Being Robbed. But I'm not sure if they have any other feature films or full-length films.
They've got a documentary, but I'm not sure if it was just by one of them or it was just a short film. But I think for the most part, this is their third film.
Yeah, this is their I think it's when they really start. Heaven Knows What, they were definitely starting to define their style more after Day Longlegs, which both of those are good, but I wouldn't say they're nearly as good as Good Time or Uncut Gems. And I think Good Time is really when they started to get into their own style and really started to.
Yeah, definitely. It's when they started to get more grittier, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really break into the mainstream until Good Time.
Yeah, for sure. With A24, this is an A24 movie, isn't it?
I think both of them, Uncut Gems and Good Time are both.
I know
A24.
Uncut Gems is for sure.
Yeah.
Good Time, I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not sure.
Was Heaven Knows What A24?
I can check for a second, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I think it was just a Sundance Film Festival type shit.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not A24, I don't think.
Okay. So what is the plot of this movie? Andy, give a little plot description, if you will.
It's about Robert Pattinson, and he's a robber, and the whole movie is predicated on him trying to break his mentally disabled brother out of capture, per se.
I mean, yeah, technically, but it's that's the basic plot points, but it gets a lot more like contrived than that. It's like he tries to get his brother out of jail, but then something goes wrong. He picks up the wrong guy. Wait, this is a spoiler discussion, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're
Okay, yeah.
full spoilers.
He picks up the wrong guy, then they travel to a fucking amusement park. They try to get money, they try and sell it. It's a lot more than just like I'm trying to break somebody out of jail. But
Yeah, it's like a it really reminds me of After Hours by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
Where it's like
that's
kind
right.
of
I need to watch that.
yeah, it's like it just takes place over the course of one night, and it's just kind of a guy going from like thing to thing, just trying to get to the one thing, which is obviously getting his brother. I guess first he wants to get him out of jail, and because and then he finds out he's in the hospital, so then he has to break him out of there. Like he's just trying to I don't know, get to his end goal, but it's just there's like all these different things, and like I really love the style of this, just like the way it. Yeah, I really love the way it plays out. This is my fifth watch, I think.
Fifth watch? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. This really is. I would say it's like probably like top 5 most rewatchable movies for me. Like I don't know why. It's just something about it. It's just like I can just like I rewatched this like a month ago.
Something I love about the Safdies is just like it's not particularly like a hard movie, but it's still entertaining. Like you can pretty much watch it in any mood and still have like a pretty fucking good time. Good time.
Good time. I swore I would make the good time more like great time joke.
Whatever.
But yeah, it's up there with like Train Spotting for like most rewatchable movie for me anyway.
Something I heard somebody in like a Letterboxd review like compare them to fucking Martin Scorsese, which I can see. It's more like crime. It's like grittier. I feel like I've said that like 10 times. Gritty, but
yeah, it's definitely like it's like a grittier version of After Hours. A good time
Yes,
is, I'd say.
Scorsese did After Hours, so it's that what's the word here? Surprising of a comparison, I guess.
Well, like I don't really think it's similar, other than some, it's like set in New York. It's got that like very New York style. It's like something like After Hours or Taxi Driver. I guess came from comedy too, but and like I don't really think it's that like Scorsese-esque, if that's a word. Like he was a producer on Uncut Gems, wasn't he? What?
Good Time is like not Martin Scorsese.
Not really. I mean, it kind of is, but like I don't really. I don't know. I don't think it's really that.
I can see that. It depends on the film, but still, it's not really his style,
Yeah. Wasn't Martin Scorsese a producer on Uncut Gems, or like an executive producer or something?
I'm not sure. I'll have to fucking.
I know he was involved in it.
Yeah, something I found neat about the fucking production of Good Time was they used a lot of like. They couldn't actually get recording grounds on the areas that they filmed, so they just like got a bunch of like long lens cameras and just like filmed the actors doing shit, and like the people on the fucking ground were so confused at this dude just like running from the fucking cops.
Oh yeah, in the grocery store.
Yeah, no.
Or the mall.
I'm just thinking about like it's neat, but it's like morally fucking weird. Like, is that okay?
Yeah. I was watching I watched like a little behind the thing. Why am I talking so weird? Sorry.
It's late.
A little
fucking talk either.
A little behind the scenes thing on the Blu-ray, and they were talking about how the scene when the cops are chasing what the fuck is his name? Connie? Robert Pattinson's character. Yeah, Connie.
Yeah, Connie.
Yeah, he's chasing him through it's like a mall or grocery store or something, and like at one point, Connie, he like runs into someone and like knocks him over, and like everyone or like people in the crew, they thought that was like he actually like hit someone, like, but it was actually like an extra or something. But it's like, yeah, they definitely filmed a lot of it just like on location with real people, and like, yeah, that's really interesting. I was kind of looking into the behind the scenes stuff of both this and Uncut Gems, and I really like the style of the way they make their movies. It's very kind of spontaneous. Like I know a lot of the there's a lot of improvised dialogue from some of the side characters and stuff, and like a lot of the side characters are just like non-actors, which is really interesting.
Yeah, no. I'm not sure if I haven't fact checked this, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that like in the crew for Good Time, it was like they weren't given scripts per se, but like a week before they started recording, they were just like the Safdie brothers were just like given. Sorry, they gave the actors just like backstories of the characters.
Yeah,
Just like gave them a week to like memorize the character. Like, what would they say? What would they do? I was just thinking about how much fucking anxiety that would give me.
Yeah, and like I know a lot of I know especially with Robert Pattinson and Benny Safdie, who plays his brother Nick, who is mentally disabled, which I think he plays the character really well. The way he
honestly kind of annoyed me, and I felt bad that a mentally disabled character annoyed me as much as he did.
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I didn't realize that. I actually thought he was like like the actor was like autistic or something. Wait, am I gonna get canceled for like saying the wrong word? I hope I'm not saying something wrong. Sorry if I'm saying something wrong, but I thought he was actually like autistic or something. That's like then it's like the second time I watched it, like a little bit sometime later, I realized, oh wait, that's the director. Like I think he plays it great. I think it's not like too much, but it's like I don't know, he plays it convincingly. Anyway, yeah, like the thing with the characters, I know both of them, both Robert Pattinson and Benny Safdie, they really got into character, and like they just go around New York and like do stuff in character. So they really get a feel for it, and like how they're, the why can't I talk? Fuck, I'm like tripping over my words. Sorry. The like dynamic between them was, which is really interesting. It reminds me of what I've heard of how Michael A, the British director, how he makes his films and how he develops the characters and stuff. If you know Michael A, I've only seen Naked from him, but that's another great film.
I need to see that.
Yeah, I love that film.
Like Lee film, Lee, whatever.
Is it Lei or Lee?
I don't know.
I feel kind of weird talking about like how good disabled people. No, not just, but like how actors portray disabled people. Because like in Rain Man, he was fucking Dustin Hoffman was given like a Oscar, I think, or a nominee or whatever. And I was like, I'm not sure how to feel about that because. Like,
there's another movie with Sean Penn, I think, where Sean Penn goes like the full 10 yards, and they make fun of it in Tropic Thunder.
When he goes full retard. You never go full retard.
Yeah, no. But I'm just like...
I Am Sam is the movie.
Yeah.
Which I've not seen it, but I have no interest in seeing it.
But like, yeah, no. I just don't really know how to talk about it because it's like such a fucking sensitive topic. I can't be like, wow, he really portrayed that disabled person well. Like, fucking
yeah, because like, I feel like there is a way to portray a character like that. That's not. It doesn't have to just be like really over the top. You know, like something like what the fuck is that movie called? With fucking Rosie O'Donnell in it. Riding the Bus with My Sister, I think it's called.
Oh, that was so.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. Like, I don't. There is like a good way to play a heavily mentally disabled character without it being like too much.
There are definitely wrong ways.
Yeah, definitely. But like, I don't know, something like saying this or like Rain Man, where it's like, I know what you mean, where it's like kind of odd saying like this is how a mentally disabled person would be, but like I feel like there's levels to it, and it just depends on what level they're playing it. Like there's definitely movies where people have played characters who are like slightly mentally disabled or something. I don't know. Is this? Are we being insensitive about something? Are we going to get canceled?
I don't know.
I don't
feel
think we
like
are.
I don't know. With a movie. Okay, I'm gonna think really carefully about the words I say next because I very well could get canceled. But
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's probably fine. I think we should still fucking tread lightly though.
Let's see.
Beans.
I took down a bunch of notes, but like a lot of them are just like moments I like and stuff like that, or like
I took
little
a few
things.
notes, but a lot of them were just fucking like IMDb trivia. Like
Yeah, same.
real cops chase Robert Pattinson, and fucking like they act like real criminals and shit.
Yeah, but they weren't actually like cops that were like actually chasing him. Like
No,
they were part of the movie. Like
No,
they weren't like
No, but like the actors that played the cops were like really cops in real life because the Safdies wanted to like I don't know, like get that feel from it, I guess.
Yeah, apparently Buddy Duress, I think that's how you say it. Duress. Anyway, the guy who plays Ray, the guy who Connie breaks out of the hospital, who he thinks is his brother and isn't, and like he just got out of prison. I love that scene when he's talking about it. It's like his backstory and he's saying like, "Oh, I just got out of prison, and, and I first thing I did was I went and got a drink," and his whole like describing that. I really like that whole part. But apparently the actor, he actually just got out of prison as well, like a couple weeks before shooting. I saw that in the trivia. I'm not sure, but like I know a lot of the film is based on his like prison diary, and stuff. So that's really interesting. There's a lot of realism in this film. A lot
based
of
off his.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And like there's a lot of realism in this film. A lot of like New York and the people in New York and just these people. It's really a huge part of it, which is interesting. The way they
Well, before we get back to that, I was gonna say something like this isn't exactly from Good Time, but I know in Heaven Knows What, one of the actors, like right after the film came out, like days after it, they went like directly to prison, and
Yeah.
I just find it funny that they were working with like a criminal, like the entire time. Oh, hold on. But like, yeah.
There were
Yeah, it wasn't.
there was some. I'm like point this out every time I see him on this podcast, but there were two Oz cast members in Good Time. One of them, who played a prison guard, played one of the police officers in the movie, and the character of Poet was the bus driver.
We need an Oz character counter, and just every time we see another one pop up, we just add it on. It's like how many have? Like I feel like every other episode where you see more Oz cast members showing up places.
It's surprising how much they pop up.
Take a shot
And it's
every
always
time you see an Oz character.
films you wouldn't expect them. Because like a lot of those actors weren't like never that huge, aside from a few. I mean, fucking Patrick Star was a skinhead Nazi prison guard for a little
Patrick
bit.
Star
Honestly.
from SpongeBob.
You mean the actor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
SpongeBob, the bad ending. Anyway,
Respect for Good Time.
SpongeBob, he's all grown up now. Fucking, I would see that.
But SpongeBob History X.
Connie was a bit of a weird character.
Who?
Connie?
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I guess.
There's a moment when he's like just fucking made his way into the fucking woman's house that he just got off the bus with.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on the couch with the fucking granddaughter, I guess, right?
I think. Yeah, it was a granddaughter.
Granddaughter. He starts making out with her, and she's like 16 to get her not to look at the TV because his face was on the TV.
Yeah, he's Yeah, he's like that's
I
like an
haven't seen the
odd
film in a
scene
while. I don't remember that. But
because it's like oh he's distracting her, but it's like I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was like
it's still
gonna
pretty
smash.
uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
like I know on set they were probably like 18 or some shit, but
Yeah.
it was still fucking creepy to
No,
watch.
she was actually underage in this. I think
Damn.
she's actually 16. I'm pretty sure they said that in the
She's
bonus features.
19 now, but back then that would have been.
Wait, what the fuck? That was like 5 years ago.
Is that 5 years ago?
Yeah, this was like from 5 years ago, wasn't it?
It's
2017.
2017. Oh,
21.
holy shit.
Oh yeah, she would have been underage.
Well,
Holy shit.
uh-oh.
Okay, so I'm just processing that 2017 was 5 years ago.
It was 4 years ago, but like almost 5. Yeah, I think Connie, he's definitely very morally ambiguous, if you will. But I think he's like a great like anti-hero, if you can call him that. I don't know. Would you call him like anti-hero? Because like, I mean, he just goes around. Yeah, he's like, I don't know. He just goes around. He like manipulates and fucks everyone over. Everyone he comes in contact with, he fucks over in some way. You know, he. I don't know. Let's just think of like how many people he fucks over. First off, Ray. You know, he like
some of the
takes him on
times
this
he
whole.
doesn't intentionally fucks him over. Like towards the end when the cops bust him at the amusement park. He's like, oh yeah, that's not the lady. They still fucking bust her anyways.
Yeah, but like I don't know. He like manipulates his way around like everyone just to get to his end goal or what he needs. Even like even his brother, he takes him on a fucking bank robbery. Which that's one thing I think is a bit odd. Like, did he really need to take him to go rob the bank? Like,
I guess there's that line where he's like mentions to his brother to pump him up about everything went well. He's like, "You look menacing." I guess he was there to look menacing.
I guess, but like I don't know. It seems like it was maybe not the best idea, especially because like that's the reason the whole thing happens is because he's running, Nick's running, and he gets like runs into the door or whatever and gets caught by the cops. It's like it just doesn't really seem smart to bring him along. But like there is that thing where he at the beginning when after Nick is talking to the what is it like a psychiatrist or something? Who the fuck is that? He looks like David Cronenberg at the very beginning.
I thought he was like Cronenberg at first or some other actor, but no, he's a fucking nobody.
Yeah, he was like in this and like one other thing that involved the Safdies. But after like then Connie comes in and like Nick's all upset and they're walking out and he sees like a mentally disabled guy standing in the hallway. He's like, "Oh, is that what they think you are?" Because it's almost like he's thinking like I don't know. It's like he's acting like his brother.
Isn't?
Yeah. It's like he's just I don't know because it's like he does. It seems like his brother, or it seems like he really does care about Nick. But he's also using him, he is using him to like, rob a bank, which like I kind of doubt like Nick would have robbed a bank
make
anyway.
it like less suspicious. But if anything, I feel like bringing more men in way over the top.
Was that Morpheus from The Matrix?
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
They're wearing like identical clothes, like identical shit, like
yeah.
right
I feel like
next
that's
to each
just
other.
because it's like if he just walks in like that, then it's like oh, it just looks like some guy. But if there's two people who look exactly the same, like
I mean, yeah. So maybe it wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's like his character. He's not really that likable, but he also is likable, and like I at least I do. I root for him like the whole movie. I think he's a great character, and the ending.
Yeah, no.
When
I've
it
heard
gets
somebody describe it in like a review on how like it's not really like he's a good person, but you still want to root for him. So it's more like it's not really like I'm rooting for this person. It's more like I'm just going along with them and watching their experience.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna look up the definition of anti-hero. I'm pretty sure what the
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's just like someone who tries to do good but like is okay with bad things happening along the way.
An anti-hero is a main character in a story who lacks conventional heroic qualities and attributes such as idealism, courage, and morality. heroic qualities. Although anti-heroes may perform acts that are morally correct, it is not always for the right reasons, often acting primarily out of self-interest or in ways that defy conventional ethical codes. Actually,
What?
maybe I'm thinking of maybe I'm not at all thinking of the right
What the
term.
fuck did you just describe?
Anti-hero. That was a Wikipedia definition of anti-hero.
Okay, I thought I knew what it meant, but now that you're telling me what it actually means, I'm just fucking questioning what I know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like he's just a very morally ambiguous character, or like a very morally gray character. I mean, because it's like, yeah, he is just he's trying to, he's on his hustle and grind.
He's on the Sigma mind.
He's on the Sigma grind set.
He's very street smart, but probably not like smart. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, he does
he's
just
very smart. He like planned the elaborate heist and like.
wasn't that elaborate.
I mean, I don't know. That's like the basic template for every
I've-
movie heist ever.
I remember thinking like during the thing, like if I were to rob a bank, I would just put on like maybe like a ski mask or something. But like they brought entire fucking plastic face things that conceal their entire identity. I thought
they're wearing
that was,
like
yeah, that was pretty original, if anything.
and they're
Maybe I'm
wearing
just a
like
dumbass.
3 layers of clothing, so it's like they just take that off. Then it's like when they get like inked, the fucking ink pack or whatever goes off in the car.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, which is a great scene. It goes off and you just see red and they're screaming and like the car crashes.
I didn't know it happens like that, but I knew they were going to.
You definitely don't fucking expect it.
Yeah, and then they run into the bathroom and it's like they also have more clothes and Nick's fucking washing his face in the toilet. I don't know why that made me laugh.
No, yeah. No, the movie's got like a lot of good scenes. And Robert
Oh yeah.
Robert Pattinson like fucking pulls all of them off. I think he did really well in it. Especially like
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's great in this. I mean, he's a great actor. People think of him I mean,
That's Twilight.
it's like people always say, "Oh, everyone thinks of Robert Pattinson as Twilight, but he's actually a good actor." But it's like I feel like that's become a thing that everyone says to the point where people don't even really just think of him from Twilight anymore. It's like he's in like
he
the
was
Lighthouse.
from Twilight. Just people started describing him from Twilight, and I'm just like, oh, you mean the one from Good Time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man,
no,
I rewatched the Lighthouse a couple weeks ago, and like man, like just like how he is in that movie compared to how he is as Connie in this, or like what else has he been in? Oh, High Life. We talked about that on the podcast. He's like I think he's a really great actor. He has like
which I've not seen, but
oh sorry, what?
he's been in Cosmopolis.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either, but it's supposed to be good.
Okay, something I've noticed about the Safdie brothers movies is they take like not particularly not particularly like under-established actors, but actors that are like out of their comfort zone, like Adam Sandler, like Robert Pattinson. Like both of them are known for different things, but they both are like chosen from. Am I making sense? I don't think I'm making sense.
Yeah, apparently Robert Pattinson was like he called up the Safdies after seeing just a poster of Heaven Knows What. Yeah, it's just he hadn't even seen the movie, and it was just like I need to work with you.
It's a pretty ass poster though. Like
yeah, that is a good poster. I like the Heaven Knows What poster.
Honestly, all of the posters from the fucking Safdie brothers are really good.
Yeah.
This movie was also very dark, and it was hard to fucking see at times.
You mean like subject matter or just like fucking lighting?
Lighting.
Was it?
I mean,
really.
When I think of it, I don't really think of like bad lighting. I think
of
fucking like Thor: The Dark World.
There was a lot of good, or like Alien vs. Predator Requiem, which I haven't seen, but I've seen scenes from it.
There's a lot of good neon in the movie, but I just found it kind of like there's a lot of darker scenes. I thought the lighting was an interesting choice. Not bad, but not like amazing either.
It does have really good cinematography, I think. There is a lot of neon lights.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, both in this and Uncut Gems, a lot of neon lights, especially like that scene. Oh man, I fucking love that scene in Ray's little flashback when he's describing, the whole thing when they're in the arcade and like they're saying they're like on acid or whatever. Like that, I don't know. That scene just like very very aesthetically pleasing. Also, like the blacklight scene in like the theme park. There's like a blacklight. They also use that in Uncut Gems, actually, like blacklight.
Yeah, no.
In the
Uncut Gems has got like some pretty ass shit. Like that one in the opening scene where they just like zoom into the whatever it's called. It's just fucking psychedelic, and I just love that scene so much.
Oh, the opal.
Yeah, the opal. It's just so fucking pretty, and they just managed to like combine the lights so well. It just becomes like a whole fucking other experience.
There's a lot of close-ups in this movie. A lot of close-ups. Very I wouldn't call it claustrophobic, but like a lot of just cameras right up in the actors' faces, which gives it a kind of a I don't know.
I usually think of like they have the long distance shots, like in the fucking fountain scene. It's like a long lens. I don't usually think of them as like
the last scene of the movie.
Oh yeah, where it zooms into him on the police car. I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, the police car and like the Also, I love the shot when they're driving to the theme park or the whatever the fuck that is, and it's just like following the cars, like a long shot. I really like that one.
The Adventureland theme park, which is from the movie Adventureland.
Oh, it is?
Wait, is it really?
It's called Adventureland, isn't it?
Well, I don't know if it's the theme park they use in the movie, but it's what they like. They wrote the movie based off of their experiences working at that specific theme park.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that. I also like how there's some interesting shots and just like I don't know what's the word, like directing decisions and stuff in this. It's not just like it's definitely not a flat film, that's for sure. It's not just like it's definitely got a style to it.
What the fuck does that mean?
It sounds very modern.
Well, you've never watched a film and just thought like, man, there's not anything memorable about the way that was shot or executed.
I've seen so many.
Yeah, that's what I would call like a just dull flat film.
So you would say that this film was a fat film?
His ass pretty thick. I mean,
it's thick.
Yeah, it's a thick film. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty thick film.
Thick.
Good times, not good times. Uncut Gem has one really good thick aesthetic to it.
Mm-hmm.
Thick as fuck.
Fucking
boy.
Julia
Thick
Fox.
like
Julia Fox.
thick like Julia Fox. Let's see what else. I got a bunch of notes.
In my notes, I just have like the ending, and I think what I meant by that was like in the final shot where fucking Benny Safdie, I think, he is just like dancing in the therapy room. When the first time I watched that, I was like, what the fuck does this mean? It's just coming off everything else. I'm just wondering what did they mean by that?
Like the ending credits when he's in the yeah. It's almost like I don't know. I mean, also like how it ends with Connie getting caught. That is something I was wondering, which I was a bit confused about.
It's like something in the back of your mind. You want him to get caught, but you also want to see what happens.
Yeah. But it almost feels like it's inevitable that he's going to get caught. It's like, he keeps doing his thing. He keeps going from person to person, situation to situation, trying to get ahead. But like, it's just, like even how the way it's shot with like, Ray looking out over the balcony and is like, just watches him. He runs out and then he gets caught. Just like, you don't even see him, like, or it's not even like from his perspective. It's just from Ray's perspective. But what I was wondering, so, they go to the security guard who they knocked out and like forced acid on. Like pour that acid in that poor security guard when he like fucking like wakes up. It's just like screaming incoherently. Like, I don't know why that's kind of funny, but they go to his apartment and then they're up there and fucking like who is it? My boy Khalif, was that his name? Shows up. Anyway, he shows up.
Honestly, the best character in that movie.
Yeah, and he's like, then he leaves, and then like Connie starts to leave, and then like Ray's chasing him, and then the dog comes out, and you see like the neighbor look out, like, what the fuck is going on? And then Connie leaves, and instantly cops pull up and chase him. And I was thinking, like, wait, why? It's like, why the fuck were the cops like instantly there, ready to chase him? Because like, I thought, like, you know, is it like, did the neighbor like call the cops because like there was a dog, you know, attacking someone? But like, why would they chase him? Or like, I just didn't get why he got arrested right away.
I mean,
or, like why they were waiting for him.
I guess if there was like a complaint, like somebody's in my hall, like with a dog on them, the police wouldn't be like send a whole fucking platoon like they did over there.
Yeah, also, I was thinking maybe it's like they show up and then once he starts running, then they chase him. But it's like, you know, they like tackle him and shit. So like, I don't know. Or was it because they recognized him? Like maybe someone complained that there's a dog, so they like, you know, they like came after, or you know, came to see what's happening, and they recognized that he's the bank robber, or because they had that on the news and shit. I don't know. It's just like,
no. My interpretation was more like in the scene where they're in the hotel room. It's more like Robert Pattinson is like talking a lot of shit about Ray, and I'm just thinking about like, since there is like when he's out of the room, I'm just thinking like he might have like ratted on him or some shit, or at least that's what I thought.
Yeah, maybe Khalif called. No, because like Ray, you know, he's like he sees the cops and he's like, oh shit, and you know he tries to you know, go on the, like outside on the window and go to the next apartment, and then he like falls and fucking dies. It's like I kind of doubt that.
During that, bro.
Anyway, yeah, they were in the security guard's apartment though, not a hotel. Just point out.
Yeah.
But also maybe it's like the security guard like came out of his whatever must have been like a horrible acid trip and said like, oh, you know, they fucking. He wouldn't know that they were at his apartment though. Yeah, I don't understand why cops were waiting for him outside or like pulled up right then and arrested him. I don't.
Well, the poor like police guard. He like wakes up from an acid trip and he's just like going back to his home after a fucking awful day and finds like 2 bank robbers just waiting there. Like that's a fucking awful day.
Yeah, one guy getting arrested and another guy fucking splattered outside your apartment window.
Just like on the pavement, and somebody's cleaning it up. Like, what the fuck did I come back to?
Yeah, and like fucking you know, he probably got like fired or some shit because like they probably thought it was like, oh, you know, you were doing acid on the job.
This is so mean. I think you're laughing about this. No, but like, yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know, there's that scene when Connie's he's like kind of going off on Ray, saying like he's a fuck up and he's no use to anyone. It almost feels like he's like talking about himself in a way, like I don't know, like he's projecting or something, you know, like how he's.
Yeah, I guess so. Cause
yeah,
I never thought about it like that way, but yeah, I guess so. Because they're both criminals, and he's acting like he's better than him. But maybe it's more like he's talking shit about both of them.
Yeah.
Something I didn't really understand about the movie is how, like, he just... Maybe I haven't seen it in a while, so I might just be missing something. But, like, in the hospital, he just, like, takes a random bandaged person and he just, like, wheels them back to the bus, like, without seeing their faces. He's just so confident that it's...
Well, it's because there's a cop outside the room. And, like, you know, Nick would have had a cop, you know, guarding him since he's a bank robber.
Yeah,
and
that must be like so much dumb luck to just.
It threw me off at first too, but I like how to retrace the steps and be like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, I like when Ray wakes up. It's just like it's another thing. It's just it must be so weird because it's like, you know, he said the last thing he remembers was jumping out of the cab, and you know, then he fucking like wakes up in some like old lady's house. I don't know, something just about the situations in this movie I find really funny. You know, and I love the Ray character. He's like, you know, Buddy Duress, the actor. He's great. I love him.
Yeah, no, it's like the implications of a lot of the scenes are just like way more funny than they need to be.
Yeah. Yeah, but Buddy Duress, he was in that movie PVT Chat. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's like a newer film. I think it just came out earlier this year, actually.
PVT Chat?
It's also...
Is it about private?
What?
What?
And Julia Fox was in it from Uncut Gems, so...
Oh!
Safdie crew in there. I don't know.
Julia Fox is in it? Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta check it out.
Yeah, she's like a cam girl.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. It's not like a great movie, but it's kind of got like a little bit of like a Safdie's brother style to it. A little bit, I thought.
It's a good Cam girl movie. Cam. It was a horror movie.
Fuck,
I
I
want
hate
to see
that.
that.
God, I
Oh,
hate that.
Okay.
It is so much ass.
What?
Cam? Oh my god, I hated
Cam?
that. Yeah, Cam.
Oh, I thought you said Pam has so much ass. I'm only
No.
playing.
No. I like how, like, as soon as we mention Julia Fox, Andy's just like talking, like really invested in the conversation.
yeah. Julia Fox, what? What?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
But yeah, PVT Chat. Decent movie. Pretty
Decent
good.
movie. Okay.
Yeah. Little. There's a song in my notes. Something I wrote down. A little bit of. Fuck. Apparently, the title "Good Time" is, or a little bit of trivia. That's what I meant to say. Apparently, the title "Good Time" is like prison slang for when you get out of prison, like on parole for good behavior. So it's like it's
Really?
your good time.
Oh,
So I didn't know that. I thought it was
was
just like, oh, this movie's a good time.
Yeah,
But,
that's what
I thought it was being like ironic. Like this dude's having the shittiest fucking day of his entire life, and it's just like this is a good time.
yeah.
But
I mean, it's
I
kind of
don't-
got like that, like double meaning, I guess.
I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Thinking back to the ending, I thought about it a bit, where like the credits roll, and I thought it like it's more like Benny Safdie, not Benny Safdie, but like the character.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick. He's more. I feel sorry. I think more. What I took away from it was like he knew that what he was doing was bad, but he still wanted to like have a good time with his brother. That's not a pun. And like I don't know, like maybe he knew what he was doing was bad, but he still wanted to go along with it. So like internally, he's just like moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, and the David Cronenberg looking fucking psychiatrist dude or whatever he is, he's like, yeah, both of you are where you belong now. Because, Connie's probably in fucking prison. But yeah, I like that. I like that ending credits sequence
The
there.
ending is very like has a somber feeling to it, even though he's technically probably in better hands.
Yeah,
But at
it's
the
it's like
same
bittersweet.
time-
Yeah, no, it's definitely bittersweet. It's definitely bittersweet.
But at
And,
the
like-
same time, it's like the place he's going to. I don't know. Personally, sometimes those places kind of feel insincere, and like everyone's putting on a mask just to be there.
Yeah, and it really does seem like Connie was the only person that really cared about Nick.
Yeah.
Because like even though he's
I feel like that's the spectrum that they're going for.
Yeah, no, even though there's like a fucking therapist there, he felt like Connie was
Therapist,
the
that's
only
right.
person. Well, the one
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
He felt more like Connie was the only one that was like he cared enough to try and get him out, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I prefer Uncut Gems over Good Time.
I think I prefer
Um,
it too, actually.
I kind of like this one more, just a little bit more. I feel like it's a bit tighter, a little bit tighter of a film. Like it's I don't know. We'll
I
get to
don't
it when
know.
we talk about Uncut Gems, but like
I don't know, man.
I feel like that film is better.
Julia Fox is pretty tight.
Yeah, I would say Uncut Gems is better in some ways, and I would say Good Time is just like I don't know. I can really put this, like I said, I can put this on at any point and just rewatch it, and like I feel like it's just the way it's executed, and like the like tone and pace, and just the way the story plays out, and the characters and the music, which I love the fucking score in this. Love the
It
score in this.
barely got a 7 from me. I was kind of irritated through like the entire first half of the movie.
Really? Wow.
I don't know,
Okay.
it's something
Damn.
just about the decisions being made and stuff were very irritating to me.
Like during the bank
Like
heist, you
I
mean?
felt no, well, I mean, I guess it's like I feel like they should have known they were going to get inked. Like I feel like that's common sense nowadays, but I guess not.
Yeah, but like like whoever said it earlier. I feel like Connie, he's like very street smart, but he's maybe not like smart.
Yeah, it was
Like,
me who said that.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah, like I don't know, like he is smart, but he's not like I don't know, just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna rob a bank and just we're gonna like it almost feels like I don't know what's the word, idealistic or something. That it's like he's like we're just gonna rob a bank and we're gonna like get out of our our
I
situation,
know
and
what word you're thinking of, but I can't pinpoint
it's
the
not
word.
idealistic.
They're like dreaming big.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I definitely think I prefer Uncut to Good Time because Good Time has a rewatchability to it, but I definitely feel that like Uncut was more their like magnum opus.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows what they're gonna make after this?
Okay, yeah, you're right, I guess. But it just felt like there was more care put into Good Time because
More, yeah, good. I mean, we haven't talked about Good Time yet, and I guess we
no,
Uncut
can
not
Gems
Good
yet.
kind of
Time. I'm Uncut Gems, yeah.
almost use this as. Wait, what?
No, yeah, no, I definitely feel like there was more. I don't know. I feel like it was more thought out.
There's
If that makes
more
sense.
put together better. I don't know. I felt like they weren't. I felt like in some aspects, Good Time was a little winged. Like they just winged it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Wing
no, it
it sounds
definitely.
wrong.
In some ways, it
Yeah, but
definitely
like,
feels like you can feel that Robert Pattinson just like hit them up like, I want to do a movie, and they're like, okay.
yeah, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I feel like it's like I don't know. I just maybe I know what you mean. Like some of the decisions are a bit like odd. Just but like I don't know. I don't think it's. I just think it's a very tight movie. I think it's very like it's just everything about it, at least for me, like works together perfectly. Where Uncut Gems, like a lot of it works, but it's just maybe not as I don't know. It just doesn't have the same uh, feel to it as Good Time. Whereas like I don't know. I just feel like the way it plays out is just like perfect for what it is.
Yeah, they
Also, this
definitely.
movie hits differently at 2 a.m. It really does.
Oh, it definitely does. Almost
Yes,
every movie hits different at 2 a.m.
but especially something like this. Like this really hits
Just
differently
like fucking
at 2 a.m.
psychedelic. Yeah, no,
I don't
I
know.
can
I
see that.
mean, Julia Fox hits pretty hard at 2 a.m.
Julia Fox hits hard every hour of the day. Shut the.
Mhm.
Well,
All right,
like,
here's the real thing, Andy. Anna de Armas or Julia Fox?
Oh,
Because that was your last
hmm.
like movie crush. Was what the fucking Blade Runner 2049 episode.
I'm gonna go with Ana Derma. So whoever you say your fucking name.
That's fair. That's
can
fair.
I have like a movie gasp, like the when he makes his answer.
Shit. I feel like I can both like not have too much more to say about this, but also like have enough to like talk for another hour about it. So I don't know. Anything
I don't
else
know.
you guys need to say before we have our like closing comments on it?
I don't know. I
I don't
feel like
know.
I've said all there is to be said. Like, I think Robert Pattinson is good. There are good performances, pretty tight. Yeah, I think
I
it's.
just feel like there's a lot more memorable stuff in Uncut Gems over Good Times.
I disagree. Yeah. Let me just look through my notes. Sorry, I don't want to miss something, and then when I'm fucking editing it, I'll be like, "Fuck, I should have said this." I always do
They're
that every time.
very good movies. I just want
Oh,
to say that.
uh, oh, I like the way that like language or like swearing is used in Safdie Brothers movies. It's kind of an odd thing to point out, but like there's like near constant language in it in both this and especially Uncut Gems. But like it never feels like juvenile or edgy. Yeah, like you ever watch a movie like say I don't know, like sometimes like a Rob
Rob
Zombie movie. Yeah, like how it's like it feels like it's just written by like an edgy 13-year-old, like just trying to make it like really crass. But like this, I don't know, it just feels real, like the way people actually talk. It doesn't just sound like they're trying to put as much profanity in it as it can. I don't know.
Honestly, I didn't pick up on a lot of the profanity.
In Uncut Gems, there is so much fucking cursing. Like, the only time
Didn't
I've
that like
heard.
break a record for like the most amount of fucks per like minute or something.
Yeah, I think I read about that. It was like the fourth most amount of used fucks in a word, like
per
besides
runtime,
from-
or like for the runtime. I think.
Yeah,
Because
no.
I think like the most fuck said in a movie, I'm pretty sure it's Wolf of Wall Street, but that's like a 3-hour movie. And I
Yeah,
think
no.
like Uncut Gems is like just a little bit below it, like for being like I don't know 2 hours and 15 minutes or whatever it is.
I read something where like the only 2 movies or the only 3 movies that like surpassed them in swear words was like The Wolf of Wall
SwearNet,
Street.
the movie.
Huh?
I don't know. Sorry, what?
It's like The Wolf of Wall Street and 2 documentaries about swearing.
Yeah. Wasn't there also like some shit like the Trailer Park Boys the movie or something?
I don't think it was. No, it's got to be up there though. The Trailer Boys is fucking crude.
I've watched like 1 episode of the Trailer Park Boys. I do not know much. All right, most swearing in a movie. I'm looking this shit up. Most.
SwearNet has the most. I don't know what SwearNet is.
Wait, are we talking about Uncut or Good Time?
More so language in Uncut Gems. I mean, there is a lot of language in Good Time, but it's not really as much.
Yeah, no, because we just like transitioned to Uncut Gems like for no reason.
Oh, South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. That's definitely one that's up there. Most fucks.
What is Nil by Mouth? A British drama film. It was Gary Oldman's debut as writer and director. Huh.
All right, so number 1 is Swearing at the Movie, which is 935 fucks at an hour and 52-minute runtime. Second is the documentary just called Fuck.
Yeah, no, I told you the 2 documentaries.
Yeah, the Wolf of Wall Street, 569 fucks, and Uncut Gems, 506 fucks. That's pretty good. Summer of Sam, Casino, Straight Outta Compton, Alpha Dog. Okay.
What's Superbad? What the fuck? Superbad would have been higher on this list.
Superbad is not on the fuck list?
It's 89 with 176. Anyways.
So how would we rate this movie out of 10? Good Time.
It's a straight up 7 out of 10 for me.
Straight up. It's fucking weird transitioning from like Letterboxd likes to out of 10.
I mean, it's the same thing if you're doing like half stars.
Yeah, but it still feels different. Like a 7 and a 3.5 hit very differently, if that makes sense.
Not really for me. I just, it's the same thing. It's just, it's just half stars. I don't know. But
Good Time out of 10 would be, I'll give it like an 8 or a 9, definitely.
Okay. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Very strong 9 out of 10. I love this movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies from like recent years. If 4 years ago was recent years. Yeah, just I think it's like perfectly executed. It's like funny. It's like intense. A lot of people say it's like very like anxiety inducing, and like I mean, since I've seen it 5 times, it's maybe not as anxiety inducing as the first couple times I've seen it. But I don't know. It's just great. I don't really know what else to say. It's just a fucking like wild ride of a film.
Yeah. If I think of anxiety-inducing, I always think of Uncut Gems rather to Good Time, because in that movie you can definitely feel like the bad decisions that he's making like build up on each other, and like it's gonna build towards something, but you're just I don't know. It's pretty anxiety-inducing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a little bit more like downtime on Uncut Gems. Like in a few scenes, it's a little bit slower. Where in Good Time, it's like pretty much like constant, just like rush of like he has to get from point A to point B or doing whatever he's
But I feel like the downtime helps Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, I'm not saying every movie needs to be like nonstop. It's just like I think to me, Good Time is slightly more anxiety inducing. Even though then it's not that anxiety inducing. Like I don't know, what's the most anxiety inducing movie?
Yeah, Good Time is more like a shot of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? A shot of adrenaline?
Yeah, a shot of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Adrenaline. Oh, I thought you said drone. Shot at a drone.
Adrenochrome.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Good Time is definitely shot out of a drone.
Yeah, anyone else like watch Fear and Loathing and just be like, damn, I kind of want some of that adrenochrome. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was like, I need that in my life.
I saw a funny thing. I'm not sure if I brought this up before, but it was a bit of trivia. It said someone came up to Terry Gilliam after watching Fear and Loathing, like when it came out, and they said, "Oh, I've had adrenochrome before, and that's exactly what it's like." But like they like made it up. So jokes on them, I guess. Anyway, for our next discussion, Uncut Gems from 2019. Also directed by Josh and Safdie. This is my third watch, I think. First watch was in the theater. Second watch a couple months ago. And now I watched it on my Criterion 4K Blu-ray, which is the first...
Bro, way to flex, okay.
It's the first Criterion 4K I've bought, and it looks fucking great on it. Wow. Let me tell you.
Flexing on them hoes.
So...
Oh, man, that means Julia Fox in 4K?
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to see Blade Runner 2049 in 4K.
Oh, Blade Runner 2049 is like top 3 like best looking movies in 4K for me.
Up
there with like 2001.
Fucking pretty. Just the colors and everything.
Yeah, so what's Uncut Gems about? What's Uncut Gems about?
You want me to go or
whoever wants to?
Uncut Gems is more about this dude who's a gem dealer. Gem dealer, I guess? He's more... I don't know. He gives, like, jewels and stuff. And he comes across this fucking famous basketball player, KB. And
Kevin Garnett, played by Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett. And so he buys this opal, and he's trying to sell it to the Kevin Garnett. And Kevin Garnett sees like fucking power in it because it broke a glass table for some reason. And he asks to borrow it, and he doesn't give it back. And the entire movie is him trying to fucking get the opal back.
It's Adam Sandler on his Sigma grind set.
Yeah, no, he definitely on a Sigma grind set.
That's something I love about Safdie Brothers movies. It's like every character is like they're just trying to like do their hustle. You know, they're just trying to do their I don't know, just get their way. Like they're on the grind.
One thing though, the fucking glass thing that broke was because KG was leaning on it, not because of the rock. That's what I thought.
He was like so entranced by looking into it. He like just pushed too hard and smashes the fucking, which is a great scene. I like that first scene when he's like, you know, they come into the shop.
It's like slowly drowning fucking Adam Sandler out. Creates like a atmosphere when it actually breaks.
Really sold that whole rock with the Black Jew speech.
What? I can't hear you. Sorry, your mic's like sounding fucky.
I said Adam Sandler really sold KG that rock with that Black Jew speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Black Ethiopian Jews or whatever. Which I like the opening scene with the miners in Ethiopia. Like the, the one guy's got like the fucking like fucked up leg.
Something I was thinking.
And it almost feels like some kind of like the opening to like a movie where it's like I don't know, what does it remind me of? For some reason it reminds me of the beginning of The Exorcist.
Yeah, The Exorcist.
Yeah, or like something where it's like they find like the magical object that's gonna like dictate the rest of the film, or like give someone magical powers, which, you know, Kevin Garnett's, you know, that's how he sees it, as like that's like his lucky charm. Or it's like the like cursed object in a horror movie or something, which you can also kind of say like curses Howard up. You know what's funny? So when I rewatched this last night, I was drunk, and for some reason, every time I wrote down Howard in my notes, I just wrote Howie.
That's so dumb.
So, like, if I refer to him as Howie throughout, it's because I'm reading my notes. Anyway, so
looking back at drunk notes while sober is a fucking experience.
True.
Somebody in a letter Yeah, somebody in a Letterboxd review said there was a phenomenon where people who grow beards in movies, like regardless of how good they are, make good movies. Which, looking back, is is fucking weird. Because, like, I don't know. I've just ever since I've seen somebody grow a beard in a movie, I've always thought of that one review. Like, is it going to be good?
Huh. That's odd.
Mm.
I
Anyway,
mean,
I just wrote "iced out gremlin" in full caps in my notes.
what?
Oh, you mean
The
the
Oh
fucking
fucking
yeah,
Furby?
Furby. The
looks like a
Furby
Furby.
was dripped out, bro.
yeah, the fucking Furby with drip.
Sorry, they described the Furby in the movie like, why would you tell them to like look at this? They're not gonna buy this. In reality, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I wanna buy that. Yeah, just take my fucking money.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, I like that thing.
I don't care for jewelry, but I'll buy a fucking dripped out Furby.
Iced out
Bet your
gremlin.
ass.
In my notes,
um,
I just have fucking Michael Jackson on a cross. I don't know
yeah.
why I have that.
He's trying to sell that to The Weeknd, isn't he?
Oh wait, yeah. No, he's trying to like pawn it off. And oh yeah, okay. The thing he says is it's controversial, so it's more valuable, which is just fucking. I don't know why I
Yeah.
find that so funny.
I also like how he has the fake Rolexes. And
Which
like
comes back
I think they're
around towards
fake.
the end of the movie.
No, yeah, no, they're definitely fake because they describe it in the movie where like if he doesn't have money, he just gives Rolexes to people so they can just like fuck off.
Yeah, like there's that it's funny how what the fuck is it? Um there's that guy. There's like a guy, he's got like frizzy like white hair and like
Yeah,
he's like I think Howard owes him money. And, like he comes up and it's like, you know, you owe me money or like and he's kind of like he's trying to like do his kind of do with the what the fuck is his name? Arno, I think.
Arno?
Is like the main guy he owes money.
Yeah,
You know, him and like his
brother-in-law.
thugs. I love those. I love the two guys that plays like his like thug guys. Like I kind of forget their names in it.
I guess
But
so.
they play
I
it
guess
great.
I know them.
But
they're
like
fucking assholes.
yeah, but like there's that that guy that he like comes after him like, oh, you owe me money. And I was like, I was like, oh, who's this you brought with you? Is this supposed to be your heavy? Like, I don't know. I found that funny. Yeah, then he like gives him the fake Rolex and then like when he's talking to what the fuck is Lakeith Stanfield's character's name? Demancy?
Oh,
It's yeah, it's Demini or whatever. It
Demini?
doesn't matter.
hold
Anyway,
on.
Damani.
he's like he like pulls up in the car and then like they're saying something like, oh, I don't want to watch, and he's like, get out of here, I don't want to buy your fucking watch. Like, he makes it like they're just trying to like pawn it off on him. Anyway, I'm just talking about like specific scenes. So what do we think of this movie as a whole? I don't know.
I
I'm out of it.
really liked this movie. I thought it was very, very well made. I liked it better than Good Time. I feel like everyone absolutely kicked ass with their performances, and I mean that ending I was very much not expecting,
Oh my god, yeah.
and it left me devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what I think about this movie, I think I really fucking love it. I think I've said it before, but I think it's like their best piece. Cause I don't know, I just feel like everything they've been doing up to this point has been leading up to like they've added all the styles together and it comes into this one movie where
It
just
feels very, very polished.
it feels very polished, yeah.
Yeah. It's really yeah, I feel like their films they really build on each other. You know, like I feel like every time they make another film, it's just like another step in this direction of like what they're you know, they're completely like perfecting their style. Like I wouldn't even like yeah, I really like yeah, like it takes elements from the other films and it's you know very Safdie brothers. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do next. You know, it's like what if they just keep making progressively better and better films like fucking Lee Chang Dong. Like if you look at Lee Chang Dong's filmography, like at least in my opinion, like every one of his films is like actually progressively better throughout his entire career. I don't know.
Who'd you say it was? Lee Chang Dong?
Lee Chang Dong, yeah, the guy who made Burning and Poetry and
Oh my god, I've needed
I
to
need
stop
to see
running for
that.
so fucking long.
It's great. It's fucking great.
Okay,
Uh,
but speaking of the ending, it I really like it because it just comes out of nowhere. You have no idea where the basketball game is going to go, but like it's more focused on the basketball game rather than what's going to happen next, which is why it just hits you like a fucking boulder when it actually does happen.
I just really thought they were actually going to get a happy ending. I was like, if
not
it
in the
was
Safdie Brothers movie.
You can
Yeah.
try, but you're not going to get one.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the ending, I mean, we kind of skipped directly to the ending. I have more to say about the rest of the film, but it's like it's kind of weird to me because it is sad. He just gets shot in the fucking face. Like, I mean, that's one thing. It's kind of like brutal. Like, I mean, how many movies do you just see the protagonist shot and killed like that? Like it's nothing. He just like shoots him. And it's just like it's not like some kind of like dramatic death scene. It's just pop dead. And
Yeah,
I mean, I can think of a few. Like fucking. Probably shouldn't say that. That might be a spoiler. But
what movie is it from?
no, I didn't. I'm not gonna say it because that's kind of a spoiler that the main character just dies like abruptly. But it's a great film. It's one of my favorites. But I won't say too much. But there's something like almost. I don't know. I don't feel like it's completely sad. I feel like it's bittersweet because like it's like there's something weirdly like satisfying about the ending to me because it's like Howard dies riding the high of like the biggest like win of his life. He won the money. He's like he's so excited, and then the guy just comes out and shoots him. Like I don't know. There's something like that if he didn't win, he'd probably just keep doing the same thing over and over. Just keep like spending money or like spending money that he doesn't that's not his, and like getting deeper in debt. I mean, at least I think he would, even though he did win.
At least also,
Like I feel like that's just
in the movie too. I think she'll get that money because she was the last person to hold on to the money.
Yeah.
So she's gonna ride out with that money instead of him, which he would have gambled it away. Now she gets to keep it.
Yeah, and like I just feel like that's how Howard's character is. He's just like I don't know. He's like stuck in this like kind of like a lot of the Safdie Brothers characters are kind of stuck in like a downward spiral type of thing. Whereas like they're like self-destructive.
That he was self-destructive when he fucking immediately goes off and pawns Kevin G's ring.
Yeah, like in like Heaven Knows What. It's about like a heroin addict. It's very self-destructive. In Good Time, it's about like a criminal, and he's like stuck just trying to go from like basically one crime to the next, trying to do stuff. And this it's like a gambling addict. And I don't know. It's just I feel like it's kind of like a happy ending for Howard in a way, because it's like I feel like he would have, maybe that's like kind of dark to say, but like I feel like he would have just kept going deeper and deeper and fucking himself over. And yeah, like you said, how he just like immediately went out and pawned the ring. It's like I don't know. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's weirdly like bittersweet to me.
No, because like you can argue when the film starts, he's at like a pretty good point in his life, and it's just like, what if the pattern repeats? Like if he gets a good part of his life, he's gonna pawn the ring and get into this fucking trouble again. So
yeah,
I guess in a way, it is more like it was a happy ending.
And it feels like inevitable. It feels like no matter how many times he like gets ahead in the movie, usually he doesn't. But like whenever he gets like one step ahead, it's always like a huge step back. And like at the end, it's like if it just ended, oh, he won the money, okay, or like he wins, he gets the money, he pays the guys off. It's like, how would that, how do you think it's gonna go after that?
Something I read was like in the poster of the thing, it shows like Adam Sandler pointing to the cheek where he's gonna get shot, and it sounds fine at first, but when you actually look at the poster, it looks more like he's just like trying to dab off blood.
I don't think he's pointing to where he's just kind of like
that's
I don't know.
From after he gets his ass beat by those ass sticks.
Ass sticks.
Really, ass sticks?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking I like those guys. I mean, they're complete assholes, but like
I
No,
hate
I
him.
like him.
I would have pulled a gun on him far quicker than Adam Sandler's character never did. I don't know why he didn't.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I feel like this is like the biggest compliment I can give to movies about the characters. I feel like in the Safdie brothers movies, especially Good Time in this, I feel like every character in it feels like they had a life before the movie started, and it feels like their lives are going to continue, unless they got shot in the face, after the film ends. It's like the world building in it. It's just like the way the characters are and the interactions and just everything about it is like, it just feels real to me. Or like, maybe it's a bit heightened. Some of the stuff is maybe a bit like ridiculous, but I don't know. It's just like, do you know what I mean about the characters? It feels like they're
I get what you mean.
Like this is just a segment in their giant story. I don't know. I feel like that's like the best compliment I can give to movie's characters.
That's why I feel like the movies feel like very realistic, which I guess leads into this is more like a segment of their life than more like a story that just ends. Excluding fucking Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is a compliment to the movie. I think it does well.
I think that's really how like I said in the Good Time discussion about how they build their characters and how the actors, they come up with these full backstories and stuff and all these, very like minute details about the characters. I feel like that really, makes it. And kind of like how I compared to Mike Leigh, like his film Naked. That's another film that I would say has that exact same quality of feeling like the characters, it's just a part of their story. We need to do an episode on that. Fuck, we really do. We must.
Yeah, no, I feel like it would be good.
Naked, Mike Leigh, 1993.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that it? I'm kidding.
No.
Just the end of the episode right there. No. I've heard low reviews. People talk about oh, it's just an action movie. None of the characters are really well developed. Yeah, no, I feel like
I guess
just
these are the same people that fucking watch The Exorcist and it's like, oh, that's an action movie. Or a thriller. They call every fucking thing a thriller.
I mean, Good Time's more of a action movie than this is. There's not really action in this. There's one chase scene when the guys are chasing him in the high school or whatever, and he bites one of them. And they beat him up and
it's a thriller.
Put him in a trunk naked.
When you say it out loud, it sounds worse. But yeah, no. Something I really admire about it is how, in the same time that it does all the anxiety-inducing, it also develops the characters really well. There are a lot of just small lines that really. Yeah, no, there are just a lot of small lines that really fucking help make the story feel more legit,
Yeah. I don't know why I was so close to my mic right then.
It's really fucking loud on my end.
Sorry. Is it still loud?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just something I really admire about the movie, how something a small detail that I like is how fucking the brother-in-law that is the collector that sends the collectors. I don't remember his name, but it didn't have to be his brother-in-law. It could have just been a fucking another collector. But now that you know that they know each other more personally, it just adds more weight to the movie, if that makes sense. But yeah.
And it definitely makes the brother-in-law seem that much more of an asshole.
Yeah, but also at the end, when he locks him in the, what is that, little hallway, midway thing, fucking.
It's the security room.
Yeah, the security entrance thing. I don't think Arno. I think his name was Arno, wasn't it?
Arno, that's it.
Yeah, he. I don't think he wanted the thug guy to kill him, because he's freaking out. He's he's what the fuck did you do? And then he kills him too, which was. I don't know. That was unexpected when I first watched the movie. It's which is funny because it's the protagonist just got killed. And I was watching it. I was like, wait, why the fuck did he kill him too? Like, I guess he was just like sick of his shit or whatever. And then they they take everything, like fucking
I feel
rob
like
the place, like it was a robbery gone wrong or
it's
something.
not very like I don't know how to say it. A pronounced thing in the background, but I feel like the more I think about it, the more those guys were always going to betray Arno in the end. Because they
Yeah.
kind of always acted like they were bigger than Arno.
Yeah.
Something I like about the scene is how like after he kills fucking Adam Sandler, they just like start taking everything like, oh shit, something's gone wrong. I might as well make the best out of what I can.
Yeah. I saw it as like they were like making it like it was like a robbery gone wrong, or like people just showed up to rob the place and ended up killing him.
Nah,
but
I think they were
or they're just
trying
like
to get
fuck it,
away with
fuck it,
the
let's
masses.
steal the bling Furby.
Yeah, no, I think it was more like just fuck it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get caught 100%.
Probably.
No way out of that. The gunshots were heard. They're fucked. I mean, it'll be very easy to track who did what, especially with the fucking fingerprints everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like also when he locks him in there, I feel like that's just kind of like, I don't know. As soon as he locks him in there, it just kind of like seals his fate of being like killed. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's no way that he could have like let him out of that after keeping him in there, and like they're like fucking like really hot, like they're like fucking sweating, and I don't know, just like keeping him that whole basketball game.
Arno seemed
Like,
relieved that he was getting out of the room and less angry than.
yeah.
Well,
Plus,
I
he was
guess
getting his money too. So
yeah.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
no.
the other guy was still fucking fuming, and it's no surprise that he just ended up shooting the guy.
Like, there's not like a back entrance that you can just escape out of, and if he just like calls the police, like these guys are gonna beat me up, it's gonna be like, you're the one who locked me in here for like a fucking hour. So it's like, really? So
yeah,
it's more like he sealed his own fate in a way.
yeah. He's I mean, he didn't have to lock him in there, did he? Didn't he just let him out?
Oh shit, he could have just done that.
The other door, yeah.
Oh shit, I never thought about that.
Like, I think he like wanted him to watch the game to see that he was actually gonna win or whatever. Because like earlier in the movie, he placed a bet on the Kevin Garnett game or whatever, and because he has the opal and he's like knows he's gonna play really well, and then he wins and he's like all hyped about it, then they fucking like cancel it, like cancel a bet.
Yeah, no. He really just want to like flex on fucking Arno. Like, this game is gonna win. Look at me.
Yeah.
Apparently,
what else?
Natasha Lyonne and Tilda Swinton had voice appearances. I don't.
Yeah, I think she was.
That.
When the scene when he calls. Let's see. He's like in his office and like I think he calls like the who is it? Kevin Garnett's manager? I think that was Tilda Swinton. I think that was Tilda Swinton. I might be wrong.
Who's the auction house manager?
I watched the commentary with Josh and Benny Safdie, and someone else. I forget who the third person was, but and they pointed it out. They said, "Oh, there's Tilda Swinton's voice cameo," but I forget when it was. Fuck, I should have wrote it down.
Okay, so Natasha Lyonne was the Celtics staff member, and Tilda Swinton was the auction house manager.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, when the he goes to the place to change the price or whatever.
Lemon Tafe has a cameo as Lexus' friend Julia, and I didn't even realize that was her.
Who?
Fucking Clemente, the fucking Mantis lady, not Mantis.
Oh, from Marvel?
Yeah.
I forgot that character existed.
Yeah, me too.
There's a funny little or not fucking hell, it's not trivia. Little funny thing I in the commentary track. Midway through the commentary track, I forget who it was. I think it was Benny Safdie, but one of them is like, "Oh, I gotta take a piss," and they just piss. You just hear.
I think you've said this.
That's a power move.
It's just like straight up piss ASMR in the middle of the commentary track.
He never says he goes to the bathroom, so he just like he could have just been going on the floor like the entire time, just like the
Probably
people.
like pissed like
Damn.
it.
But yeah,
Jonah
no.
Hill was supposed to be the lead role, but he dropped out.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, I think he would have been great in the role, but I think Adam Sandler makes it.
Yeah, Adam Sandler brings something to it that's like, I don't know, when Adam Sandler's on his A game, like in this, or like, I don't know, Punch Drunk Love or something. I don't know, he's great. Like, he's a good fucking actor when he has the right role. Too bad he makes so much garbage. I mean, like, fuck. I mean, you know, like, when he's like in something great like this, or, you know, Punch Drunk Love, or like, you know, Jack and Jill, you know, masterpiece movies.
Rain Over Me is good. I don't know if you've seen it.
Too bad
I
he's
mean-
like, will continue to just make trash after he didn't win. Didn't he say something like he said, if I don't win anything for this movie, I'm going to continue to make bad bad shit.
Yeah, no, I think I read something about that.
He's self-aware. He's self-aware.
Mhm.
I feel like he's very choosy as to what scripts he does.
Really?
Actually, I'm not even sure if he was like people were aware they could offer him a serious role.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think he's choosy. I mean, he makes whatever the fuck comedy there is. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah,
oh look, another fucking Adam Sandler Netflix
produced by
comedy.
him. So basically, he just books a giant vacation for him and a bunch of friends.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's his hustle and grind. I'll stop with that.
I'd like to see the one fucking like mom who thought they were gonna show their kid another Adam Sandler like comedy, and they just like turn on Uncut Gems, and like halfway through they just see how like fucking violent it is.
They turn it on, and just like the opening scene is zooming out of his asshole, which is a. I like that. I love that opening scene with the you know, it's that beautiful inside of the opal, and it just cuts
I thought
to
it was
his
just
fucking colon.
Yeah, it was a good cut because I was confused. I was like, "What is this space? These
Why the
rocks?
fuck
Oh
is it
wait,
so slimy? I thought this was an oval.
Then you know, there's that thing when he the like doctor or whatever calls him and says, "Oh, you don't have colon cancer" or something like that, and then he what is it? He's like, "Oh, good," and then the doctor says something like, what does he say? Something like, "Oh, colon cancer just paid for my house in Miami." Something like that. He's like,
yeah,
it's kind of, I don't know, just quick line. There's a lot of good dialogue in this, and a lot of it is I mean, everyone's said this before, but I love how the Safdies have the dialogue all overlapping. It's very realistic the way it's you know, everyone talking over each other, and it adds a lot of like, makes it very you know, stressful. Which is great, and like the music, also the way the music like comes in, and like all the people talking and yelling over each other, and yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I feel like in some Safdie movies it works, but in movies like Heaven Knows What, my main gripe about that movie was how everybody was fucking talking over each other, and you could not understand a single thing anybody was saying.
this is why you watch every movie ever with subtitles.
Unless they're
Yeah.
bad subtitles and it doesn't say who's saying what, it's just fucking like. Sometimes I think it was Heaven Knows What. It was on like Canopy, and the subtitles, like, it was just like trying to get everything as soon as they were saying it. So it was just like fucking like everything was overlapped, and it was kind of a close. It was that. I think it was that. Or maybe it was something else. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Heaven Knows What. I don't remember
Netflix
much about
usually
it.
has fine subtitles. Criterion, it's kind of meh on the subtitles. Not gonna lie.
Good subtitles. I just wish
HBO.
I just wish in their commentary tracks you could have subtitles for what they're saying on
Yeah,
the commentary tracks, not just for the movie. Yeah. Also, like, they only have like English subtitles on Criterion. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's other people who speak other languages who'd maybe want.
I think they have Espanol on the channel. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
Are you eating something, or did you just get like a hit of what the fuck is that dentist thing that they do? Anesthetic.
anesthesia?
Yeah,
Eating
you know,
apples by the-
like when you get like your fucking like teeth pulled out and you talk.
Yeah. And you're like,
I like to imagine we're just like fucking trying to do a recording, and Andy's just doing like crack over the other line.
I mean, not gonna lie, not the first time you've been high on the podcast.
What? Wait a second.
Paris, Texas. Paris, Texas episode. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I mean, I've been drunk like what 3-4 times during the episodes.
I was high as fuck for the Paris, Texas episode, and I was drunk for Blade Runner.
I'm drunk like 1 out of 3 episodes. No, more like 1 out of 4 episodes. No, fuck. 1 out of 4. I think that was.
Or
Yeah.
like 1 out of every 2. I'm kidding.
Got him.
Wow,
Anyway,
one.
I keep saying back to the movie. It's just like I feel like it's kind of hard to just talk about it in general because like it's just like, or it's easy to talk about like general stuff about the movie, not specifics, because it's just like so many great scenes. I'll just end up like talking about all the different scenes I really like. Like I love when he's in the club with The Weeknd, and it's like the black light and like fucking Demancey, whatever. Like Keith Stanfield's character, he's got like that orange hoodie, like. I don't know. It's just I love the way that looks.
Yeah, no.
And
Lakeith is a fucking dick in this movie, which I love Lakeith as an actor, but man, I hate his character in this movie.
I liked him. I mean, he's like I don't know. He is like even when he's in the wrong or like not in the wrong when he's like I don't know. When he comes back like without the opal or whatever, he's like still acting like he's like got the upper hand on Howard. Like he's always just like like chill out or whatever. Like why are you getting mad or the fuck.
You don't mean Howard. I think you mean Howie.
That's what Julia Fox or her name's Julia in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she gets tattooed on her ass when she wants to like make up with him. Howie. Like,
terrible decision. She just got that shit.
Just about a fucking second
I mean, would you cheat on your fucking wife for Julia Fox?
I mean,
your question.
Something I don't really understand about it is like in the bar mitzvah, was it? Fuck, it was like the family reunion. And
it was not
like,
a mitzvah. It was just like a
Jewish thing.
Yeah. There's a one-on-one with Howie and his wife, and it's just like he mentions to her like, I won't see her again. Like it's just a one-time thing. I'm just thinking to myself, like, how the fuck does he know about Julia? Like, when did he tell her? And it just like later. Yeah.
I like that that's just kind of like implied history of like what's going on with him, because like whenever he interacts with his wife, like she like clearly like is just fucking can't stand being with him like for one more second. Yeah, then there's a part when they go to the apartment and like his kids gotta take a shit or whatever, and he like kind of finds out. And something funny there, kind of like a when he goes into the guy's apartment, he's like, all right, I gotta use the bathroom. Is it number 1 or number 2? And he's like, oh, number 1. Then when he comes back, the kid's like, he's like, did you take a shit? And it's like, yeah. He just went in there and took a shit in someone's bathroom without them. It's kind of a dick move, but it was.
There was also his fucking neighbor was John Amos.
Oh, yeah, no. One of my favorite like fucking lines in that movie is when one of my favorite lines in the movie is when they try and go into his room. Like my kid's trying to go to the bathroom, and he's like, no, and the kid calls him like, oh, what a dick. It's like, no, it's a fucking legend. Don't fucking say that.
Yeah.
I fucking love that line.
Yeah, and then he's like, something. Oh, he said something about some hot chick going into your apartment. What is that, Mom? He's like, don't listen to him. Don't listen to that cokehead. That interaction there, I found funny.
No, that entire interaction was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's got like apart from the apartment scene, this movie's got some great fucking scenes. Like there's the fucking fountain scene.
Oh yeah. Fucking just throws him in there with the opal.
Which looking back on how Jonah Hill was almost cast, I'm just thinking like, how the fuck are they gonna throw Jonah Hill into the fountain?
I mean, he's not fat anymore.
I mean, did you see that picture of him like buff as fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonah Hill got like in really good shape. So like he's not like the chubby little super bad anymore.
Jonah Hill. Holy shit. Sorry, I didn't know about that before. But like, yeah. I don't know. It's got some great scenes.
Anderson's wife, Adina Menzel. I mean, she's pretty hot herself, so I don't know if I would cheat or with Julia Fox or not.
Julia Fox though, like.
I mean, Julia Fox
Oh,
is
man.
like.
We're supposed to be talking about the movie, and we're just like rating.
Oh.
We're just like rating which one. I don't know. Julie Fox though.
Yeah, there's like that sexting scene when he's like sexting her from the closet.
Yeah, like what the
Kind of
fuck?
funny. I feel like that part was. I don't know. I feel like it kind of slowed down the pacing a little bit, but like I don't know. It was still a good scene.
Like I feel like it
Like
could have
that's
been
the type
cut.
of thing. Oh.
Actually, I was gonna say like it could have been cut out, but then again, there's that one scene of fucking Julia Fox wearing that fuck, what is it? And I was like, you can't cut that out. No.
Yeah.
I don't care about the padding. Just fucking keep it in. No.
Yeah, it's like, but like, yeah, a scene like that. I mean, it could have been cut out. Like, it easily could have, and like, it wouldn't have changed much. But like, I feel like it's still a good scene. Like, that's the only time that Howard. I mean, yeah, that he was really like happy, you know, because it's like he thought he won, and like, I don't know. It was a good scene. It's a good, but like, there are. I feel like it's just this movie. It does have more downtime than good time, and I don't know. I feel like that kind of. It just doesn't make it as stressful to me. I mean, I feel like this has more stressful scenes than Good Time, but it's just not as consistently stressful to me than Good Time. Because like I know a lot of people say it's like, you know, this movie is going to give you a fucking heart attack and stuff, but like I don't know, it's not that intense to me.
I was going in expecting that too, but I mean, I thought the movie did a good job of like kind of keeping the tension there a whole lot. But I mean, I wasn't really like panicking.
Yeah.
I think the only scene I was like, "What the fuck was the end?" I mean, actually, no, that's a lie. I got really irritated at like the fucking goons, Arno's goons.
Arno?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, that's the purpose, but still.
I'm not sure whether the first watch or the second watch is better, because the first watch, you have no idea what's going into it. It's, in my opinion at least, a lot more anxiety-inducing. You don't know the ending. You don't know what's gonna fucking happen. But in the second watch, you can like notice and appreciate a lot more. Does that make sense?
I think that goes for like any film except for maybe like Possession.
I guess so.
No, I would say, yeah, I would say it's like better the second time because you know where it's going, and you're kind of like just, yeah, it's like you're not thinking like, okay, where is this gonna end up? And it's like you kind of know. I feel like that makes it a little bit better, at least for me. Yeah, there was like old people in the theater, like a couple rows down from me when I was watching this in the theater, and they were like, I think they liked it, and then when he gets shot, they were like, "What the fuck?" They're just like, like what? Like, and they were like pissed off.
I'm just imagining like the old people in the theater just saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they didn't say that, but it's like as they were leaving, it was like, "This is bullshit." Just like, yeah, they didn't like that. I don't know. Fuck, I'm not saying anything of substance right now, but
it's fucking entertaining though. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
No.
Do we have to say anything of substance as long as we're entertaining? That's the real question.
Nah. We just talk about all the great scenes.
Yeah, like Julia Fox's ass.
Yeah, boy.
I swear we've talked about Julia Fox like at least fucking 20 times this entire time. I mean, like separate times.
I mean, the Blade Runner 2049 episode, all we did was talk about Anna de Armas, so.
We
ongoing
theme. A long day's journey in film.
More like Long Day's journey of being down bad.
Oh.
That was okay. I like the old like hippie-looking guy who's like hitting on Julia at the casino when she bets all the money.
That poor dude.
Oh, you mean the one with the fucking spray tan?
Pat.
Yeah. I don't know why I said hippie, but
fucking creepy.
He's a fashion designer, dude. He's Wayne Diamond.
Yeah?
He's an actual American fashion designer.
I mean, he did have drip. Not gonna lie.
Something,
Howie
Yeah.
kind of has drip in this, too.
something I
Actually,
was
everyone kind of has
confused.
drip.
Yeah, something I
Sorry.
was confused about with the old dude, or not really old dude, but this dude with the spray tan, was just like, they're going to the Las Vegas, I guess, and like, we don't see or we don't hear that Julia knows the spray tan dude. So the implication is just that like the spray tan dude just like saw Julia on the street and was like, "Hey, you want to get into my helicopter to go to Vegas?" It's like they're meeting each other for the first time, so it sounds like a joke, but it might actually be what's happening. I just find that so funny.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, he was funny. I like when they're in the club, and like Howard goes into like the back and sees like Julia with the Weeknd. It's funny that just the Weeknd just shows up. He's just in this
Yeah,
like
no.
randomly because it's set in what is it 2012?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
set in which is something I was not expecting, but I mean,
This is one of my favorite period piece movies.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
it's
the fact that
still
it's in 2012 adds nothing, but it's just I love the fact that they added it in there. Like it
Yeah, they
needs to
have
be
like the old like older looking iPhone and shit. Like, I mean, it is accurate to 2000. I don't know. Is there? I heard people
Is there-
talking about stuff about why it's set in 2012. How it's like maybe the after effects of like the what was it, the fucking stock market crash or whatever the fuck happened in like
What
the
has
2000s.
been
That is like
that
nothing to
was
do
like
with
the house
the.
market crash was like in 2009.
Yeah, what the fuck does that have to do with this though?
Yeah, no,
I don't
because
know.
I guess there were like the prices in the pawn shop. Because I don't know.
2012 was like everything was starting back up again
Was it
after
2012 when people were talking about like the end of the world was gonna happen?
because the
Yeah,
fucking Mayan calendar ended. That's
Mhm.
like the fucking Mayan calendar that predicted like thousands of years into the future. That's just where they stopped. That's not where the world's ending.
it's
They just got
actually
bored. It doesn't mean anything.
Then they just like fucking die off anyways. That's where they were when they died off.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, sure. I mean,
Also, I just don't understand if they're gonna go for like the like 2009 recession. Why would they go with 2012 and like not just go full out just 2018 or
yeah,
like
I don't
2008?
know. Yeah, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like 2012 is interesting because I don't think we've had really any period pieces. That's like it's weird to have a movie that takes place in 2012. Like that feels like yesterday in some aspects.
2012
Like,
was yesterday.
not really. I mean, that was like 9 years
I mean,
ago.
it was fucking
Yeah, no
9 years
shit.
ago. I
Yeah,
was
I feel like
12.
any modern period piece is just it'll have to do with like 9/11 in some way. It'll be set in like 2003 or some shit. I don't
There's
know.
that one fucking
Other than that, like
movie,
nothing's interesting enough is happening to make a period piece about.
Robert Pattinson movie that Remember Me? It's some fucking
Um,
romance. And the big twist at the end is that he's working in the fucking Twin Towers. So he dies in
Wait,
9/11.
what?
it's like the most like inappropriate way to use 9/11 as a plot device. It's
Yeah.
fucking how to like throw a twist ending into your stupid movie. Oh,
And it,
oh,
it has like no substance. It's just like we need to add it in there, just like for the fuck of it.
I haven't seen that movie, but yeah. I have a note. Is that fucking Soldier Boy in the club with Demancey?
What?
He's like when like Howard comes up and he's talking to Demancey in the
Soldier.
he's like wearing a no, I don't think it's actually Soldier Boy, but it looks like Soldier Boy. It's like
probably
maybe he's just
other
dressed
than
like him. I don't know. Superman
Probably
Mo's.
some
Also,
actor, probably.
about that club scene, I don't understand why they just chose The Weeknd. Like, I would have thought they were just gonna use like a random ass like made up rapper or some shit, but no, they just use like a real dude.
Yeah. That's funny. Also, how how they have Kevin Garnett. He playing himself as Kevin Garnett in 2012, and like those games were like real games or whatever, where it's like he won he was like played one great and then lost one and then played another one great. And they said they had to like kind of work around that. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, the weekend when he's when he sees him with Julia and then he like starts beating him up and like Drank by Kendrick Lamar's playing. That's a good scene. And it's like pulling him out of the club and he's like fuck you or whatever.
That is a great scene because the cab driver might have just been an extra, but I just like to imagine he was just like a random dude just trying to pick up Adam Sandler, and it just like sees a bunch of. It goes on for like at least 5 minutes. It's just like constant arguing, constant just, like cursing, and the cab driver's like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here! Like, I just want to do my job."
That's a good scene. That's a good like little fight. Not fight scene as in like a action movie fight scene, but like like a breakup fight type scene with them. That's funny. And, you know what's like funny? I noticed. I mentioned earlier when she comes in with the tattoo. He's like all upset, and like I think she thinks he's upset because they like broke up, or like they had their fight thing. But like he's not. He's just upset because it's like everything else he kind of hit rock bottom. I don't know.
It's almost like he's crying harder just because. I wonder if she's crying harder just because it said Howie instead of Howard. So it's fucking bawling.
Yeah, and it's like, what does he say? Something like, "Oh, now we can't be buried together," or something.
Wait, really? Oh.
Yeah, because I don't know. Is that like a Jewish thing, like tattoos?
I don't know. That's what I assumed.
That would be such like an oddly specific thing. Like you can't have your name tattooed on your fucking significant other's.
Partner?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad decision regardless, unless they're like a blood relative.
I mean,
yeah, I would never get someone's name tattooed on me, especially if it was like a, someone that I might like break up with or something. Yeah, like
it's got to be like a blood relative or family member.
Yeah, like your mom's name or some shit. But like, I would never just get like, oh man, I have like, my girlfriend. I'm gonna get like a fucking tattoo because it's like, I feel like no matter what, you're gonna end up regretting that probably.
Even then, there's better ideas than just get your fucking mom's name. Get like a picture or like something that makes you remember your mom instead of her fucking name.
Or just Howie.
And why would you get your mom tattooed on your, or like wherever? It's just like when somebody asks you, "Oh,
on your
ass?" Name? No,
I'm
not there. Like, they ask you like, "Oh, who is that chick? Who's that chick on your fucking wherever?" It's like, "Oh, that's my mom." It's like,
yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of Julia Fox's ass with Howie tattooed on her ass.
That's a good tattoo.
Inception.
Metal.
Howieception. I just want to point out
this conversation has no fucking substance.
Who cares? Fuck it, we're having fun. I think, right? Are we having fun?
Yeah.
Are we having fun?
Plug away from your mic.
Another great scene is the auction scene. I
my
love
God,
that when it gets to the.
I love and hate that auction scene because the first time I watched it, I just had like constant fucking an anxiety attack. God, I can't fucking talk. Anxiety attack. Because like, you can hear them whispering like, "I can't go over this." It's like, what the fuck is gonna happen?
I knew I had something wrong. Not me. I knew as they brought up that something wrong could happen, it was gonna happen.
I mean, as soon as you know you're in a Safdie Brothers movie, you know something wrong's gonna happen. So I'm not really sure why there's even like tension in that scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I love these types of movies where it's just like one thing after the next just going wrong. It's just like a series of unfortunate events.
But something I really like about the scene is how it's just like, it's not quiet, but you can tell that they didn't add music over it. Because like if there was an obnoxious like dunna dunna na 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 na, like what's gonna happen? Yeah, no, like I'm thankful that they didn't fucking do that because it would just ruin the scene for me entirely. Like, come on.
They definitely know how to use sound and music and stuff, and dialogue, like I was saying, which is great. Apparently, Benny Safdie did like the sound design and editing, or like some of it, in Good Time and this too, I think. So
He also did that in
shout out him.
Heaven Knows What, I think.
I like
Who?
Benny Safdie. He's gonna show up in that new PTA film, Licorice Pizza.
PTA.
Yeah, he was in
Paul Thomas
Pieces
Anderson.
of a
Paul Thomas
Woman.
Anderson. I'm a dumbass, sorry.
He was in Pieces of a Woman too. Benny Safdie.
Wait, really?
I haven't seen that.
Fuck,
I liked it.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I think Benny Safdie is just like a cool person.
Yeah, he's a good actor. See, Good Time.
Yeah, he's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how good he is at portraying fucking. God, how can I say this without being canceled? Whatever. I'm not sure how good he is at portraying like disabled people, I guess. But
Really?
he's definitely.
I thought he was great as it. I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel awkward talking about that.
I thought he
like
was
the entire
fine.
subject.
I don't know. The induction, I guess, maybe of that character, or just the use of that character was for me, and I don't think it had to do with his acting.
I don't know. I thought it was great as that. Wait, or is this from 2020? No, it's 2019. Because I think I saw it. I saw it in 2020. Like, I think I saw it on like January 1st. But yeah.
2020 had some shit movies.
Yeah, fuck 2020. 2020 can suck my dick. Fuck, seriously. But yeah, 2019. It's like up there on the 2019 list, even though 2019 hit like a lot of bangers.
2019 had like the Lighthouse, Marriage Story. I don't like Marriage Story that much, but
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite.
Oh yeah, Parasite. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, it's got some competition, and it still manages to be like a fucking solid movie, you know?
Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
I didn't like that.
Oh, I forgot about that. What else is from The Art of Self-Defense? I don't know.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, I was like, when I watched that back in 2019, I was like, oh man, this is fucking awesome. I love this movie for some reason. And that's like then I like 6 months later, I remembered it existed. And I was like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
so it didn't hold up.
I feel that way about a lot of things. Oh yeah, that existed.
Yeah. Waves, The Irishman.
I mean, that's how I feel when I look in the mirror.
Labyrinth of Cinema. That's a good movie. You know, Labyrinth of Cinema is playing in my theater like a month from now.
The Labyrinth of Cinema?
Yeah, what the fuck is his name? Obayashi? No, not Obayashi. Is it Obayashi? Guy who did Houseu.
House? I'm not sure. I'm not good with remembering foreign names.
It's like something Kobayashi. Let's see. Labyrinth of.
But yeah, no. There's a really funny scene in
Nobuhiko Abayashi. Sorry.
There's a really funny scene in fucking The Art of Self-Defense, but I don't want to say it because I know it'd definitely be spoiling it.
Oh, the final confrontation.
Yeah, it's the final confrontation.
Yeah, it's got some good scenes in it. I mean, I don't really remember much about it overall, but there are a few moments I remember.
Yeah, no.
I remember there's a part when a guy gets his arm broken. I was like, fuck, that looks like it hurt.
What movie?
The Art of Self-Defense from 2019 with Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh yeah, I was like,
yeah,
I've
Jesse
not seen the movie.
People talk a lot of shit about Jesse Eisenberg, but I think he's like a genuinely good actor.
Yeah, I mean, he plays the same character in every movie, but like he is a good actor. I mean, Social Network, fucking.
Yeah, like he's not really the same person in The Social Network because I usually know Jesse Eisenberg from like this awkward fucking introverted person. In the Social Network, he just fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, plays a great lizard person, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, he's the ideal lizard person.
I want to see The Double.
Talking about?
I heard The Double is good. Oh yeah. I don't know. Anyway, what would you rate Uncut Gems? I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, it's my third watch. I've given it I've given it this consistently ever since I've seen it for the first time. But I can see it going up to a 9 out of 10 in the future. I really can.
I'll stick with I don't know. I'm between 8 and 9 right now.
Definitely a 9. I love that movie.
I don't think
Yeah,
there's a way to get 8.5. Is there?
like the Fellini film. Yeah, you know what you do to get 8.5 is you just buy it on Criterion. That was
I mean,
failed attempt at humor.
boxed.
For Andy, at least, it probably is an 8 out of 10, but he saw Julia Fox was in it, so he was like,
It's kind of like low-key, like a 12 out of 10, you know?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'd
Yeah, but
like
it's
just Julia Fox in it.
Just bump it up a few.
You should watch Private Chat or PVT Chat. Yeah,
We were talking
you'd
about that
probably be
earlier,
into
PVT Chat.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
I'll
Andy.
check it out.
There's
Definitely
no
watch
8.5
that.
on Discord. I just realized that.
Anyway, yeah, this is just a great film. I mean, it's really solid. I mean, it's just all around really good. I don't think I really have any major issues with it, to be honest. Like maybe the pacing in a few spots, I thought maybe, like I said, it kind of not drags. I don't think the film ever drags, but it doesn't have that same pace as Good Time, which I'm not going to compare it too much. I mean, they're going for separate, different types of things, but yeah, just I'm really excited to see what the Safdies do in the future. I mean, I bet they'll just keep going up. Just keep making great films. Like, they're some of my like favorite modern filmmakers, like from the past 10 years.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, should we give our thoughts on the other Safdie Brothers movies just briefly? Because I've seen all of them except for The Pleasure of Being Robbed.
There's a slightly implied supernatural element to Uncut Gems. What?
Yeah, there was. There was the opal. Like.
Oh yeah, that.
Because nobody ever actually finds out if it is actually fucking magic, but it's definitely implied. Because every time that fucking KG has it, he definitely wins. I'm not sure why I'm saying definitely.
Yeah, but like, I think that was just more of like his obsession with it, thinking it's like a lucky charm making him play better. I don't think it actually meant that it was. I mean, at least from my perspective, I don't think it's supposed to be a supernatural. I mean, it does end. It zooms in. It starts with it zooming into it and coming out of his asshole, and then it ends with zooming into his forehead, bullet hole, and into the. Which I love the way it looks inside the opal. Like he says, like
pretty.
some Middle Earth shit.
Yeah, no. There was a piece of dialogue in the movie where it was like, "This opal is so old; it has seen the entire world." I think.
You can see the entire universe inside it.
Yeah, it's like a rumor. Like if you look far enough, you can see the entire universe, which is a really like one-off line. Like it didn't have to be in there, but it was just kind of neat, I guess.
Yeah. I don't really think it's supposed to be like I don't know, has any bearing on what the characters do. I mean, other than it being, I don't know.
All right.
Well,
so, questions?
Questions? Yeah, I don't really think I have shit to say about Heaven Knows What or Day Longlegs because it's been so long since I've seen it.
I fucking forgot about those. Okay.
But yeah, just for like brief thoughts.
Without spoiling too much, there's a funny fact, but it would spoil the entire thing, so I'm not gonna say it. But I didn't really like Heaven Knows What. There's like a lot of acclaim about it, how it's fucking realistic, but it's just like horrible experience because you can't hear anything or understand what's going on, and it just really ruined the excitement of it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really remember much about it. I remember enjoying it. I remember thinking it was decent, but I just felt like like they just didn't like the Safdies didn't quite get into their own groove yet, like they did in Good Time. Buddy Duress was in it. I like Buddy Duress. He was in The Mountain, that fucking Rick Alverson film.
I haven't seen that, I don't think.
Okay.
Something I found neat about it was how the main character is the actual person. If you didn't know, this entire thing is like based off a real person's life. and the main character is the person that it's based off of.
Yeah.
So, I just find it weird because I don't know. I can't really call her performance like bad per se because she's not really like a fucking actor. She's just a person. But I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I remember. I really don't remember too much. I just remember enjoying it. It's such a stupid, vague thing to say, but yeah, I don't know. I like movies about heroin addicts. I do. Train Spotting, Requiem for a Dream, fucking. What other good heroin movies are there?
What
My
other good heroin movies are
autobiography.
there?
That's coming out soon.
Which one?
My autobiography.
Yeah, for Day of Long Legs, that one was it was good, but it didn't really. It's kind of about like a father who's just kind of a fuck up. Yeah, and he's just trying to take care of his kids, and like he just really loves his kids basically, but he's just trying to like work around. I think he's divorced or something, so he's like trying to keep his kids. I remember he like drugs him at one point because he wants to keep him asleep. It's like it's pretty good, but it's not nearly as good as the newer Safdie brothers movies. And I know that they based a lot of it on like personal experiences with their own father. I think I might be wrong about that, but I don't know. It's pretty good.
I'm hoping that in the real experience they didn't fucking drug the kids.
Yeah, I remember he like yeah. I remember it just being decent.
It definitely sounds like a Safdie Brothers movie. Like somebody starts off at like a normal ass level and it just gets progressively worse and worse.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's definitely a series of like shitty events or like
Series of unfortunate events.
Yes, but yeah, that's I like that style. I like that style of movie. It's
yeah, right.
I'm fucking off today. I don't know why I'm just talking in like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but
yeah, I'm having a fucking fun time. I don't care.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm just not, sometimes I try and go into deep analysis or some shit, but who gives a fuck? For questions. So now it's question hour. So if you want to leave your own questions, leave them in the comment section in the YouTube channel if you're listening on YouTube. If you're not and you're listening to another service, I'll have a link down in the description. You can leave a comment on the YouTube channel on the latest video, or you can join one of the movie servers, Discord servers I have linked, because they're both great. Movies and More and Nerds of Film Street. Both great movie servers, a lot of cool people. Ask questions, about movies or whatever the fuck you want. We'll answer them on here. And I think something about asking or leaving comments on a YouTube video, it boosts some shit. So like we might get recommended more, something like that. Like if there's more interaction on a YouTube video, so shout out that I guess. So first off, from Cordial Kajil, I should just straight up ask him how you pronounce that username. Anyway, who's an actor you'd like to see work who's an actor you'd like to see work with the Safdies in a leading role?
Oh fuck! I forgot an answer for this one.
More Buddy Duress, please.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna go for something more wild card, but I have to think about it.
Something.
Who?
Something. You said something more wild card. Something.
Nicolas Cage.
No.
Imagine.
Oh, if only. But no, I was gonna say, I think I've said this before, but in the Safdie brothers movies there are like characters that are not particularly like, or actors that are not particularly like drama known actors, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So probably be like a fucking, I don't know, somebody from like SNL or some shit.
Will
Pete
Ferrell.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. I would see that. Will Ferrell would just be like Up, but on steroids. No, not Up. I mean Elf.
Safdie Brothers live
Willem
action remake of Up when?
Willem Dafoe would be great.
Yeah, I was
Willem
kind of thinking
Dafoe?
that.
Oh, I
That'd
think
be
Willem
interesting.
Willem Dafoe would
Dafoe,
rock
Brad
in that.
Pitt,
I
Leonardo
fucking love Willem Dafoe.
DiCaprio.
I want to say like
Fucking
Joseph Gordon-Levitt for some reason. I don't know why, but like I
yeah.
feel like he might work on a Safdie Brothers film. I don't know.
I heard somebody
Uh,
say like fucking Timothy whatever. Timothy,
Kim
the one
Chan,
from Dune. The one from Dune.
the guy who fucks a peach.
What?
What?
He fucks
Okay.
a peach and Call Me by Your Name. There's a whole scene where he fucks a peach.
Oh,
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
It's a good movie. I fucking love that movie.
Okay. So I heard somebody say that he would be good in it, and I was like, fucking no.
how about we get some?
Not really.
Yeah, no.
What's his fucking name from Oz? Let's get some Oz alumni in this bitch.
Wait, have you guys seen fucking
Let's get some J.K.
Big Time
Simmons.
or Small Time Adolescence or some shit?
Heard of it. I don't really know what it is though.
That's the Pete Davidson
It stars
movie,
Pete
right?
Davidson from SNL.
Oh.
Yeah, he might
And-
be good. He might be good in a.
That's what I was gonna say. I really fucking love that movie. It's probably my favorite A24. But yeah, I just really like it. So I think he would be
I
good in it.
think Dean Winters would be good.
Dane Winters.
Dean Winters.
Most people know him from the Progressive commercials.
Bro, I would kill to see Flo in a progressive or in a Safdie Brothers movie.
Give me
Yeah,
the fucking. What's
I
That's
wanna
fucking
see
Flo. I forgot about Flo.
I don't want to
A
see
lot of
Flo as like
nudity.
a main character. I just want to see her as like the villain. I want to see her as like the collectors, who, like beats the shit out of Adam Sandler.
I want to
Give
see her as a
me-
dominatrix.
Give me the AT&T girl in the Safdie film and Julia Fox's role.
I'm trying to think of a real answer here. How about like fucking what about like Daniel Radcliffe?
Daniel, really? Harry Potter? Actually,
He's in some weird.
Um,
He's like in like shitty
no
movies, and then
different.
he's in like some like independent movies, and then he's in shit like Guns Akimbo.
he was in one of my favorite A24s. He was in fucking Swiss Army Man.
I want to see that.
I love that movie so much. That's the movie that fucking got me into movies.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I feel like he would be good in a drama role.
Yeah.
Ooh, Matthew McConaughey. There we go. Fucking McCon dog.
Matthew
Perhaps.
McConaughey, the name seems so familiar, but I like really don't know anything from him.
Interstellar,
Oh my
Dazed and Confused,
Oh,
True
I know him from
Detective.
Interstellar. I know him from Interstellar. Yeah, I guess I just don't really recognize his name that much. Kind of fucking forgot about that movie.
Lee Tergensen from Oz would be great, but I don't think he does much acting. Christopher Maloney. I just want to see more Oz actors doing more stuff.
We can tell.
Yeah.
Well, like, fuck, I don't know. Who would you, all you sweet listeners, who do you want to see in a Safdie
Leave it in the
Brothers
comments so we can
Like-
fucking get more.
What's his fucking name? He's playing in the new Batman movie.
movie? Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
No.
Oh, Baldano.
No, Jeffrey Wright.
Oh,
I
He's
guess.
playing Jim Gordon.
here's a good one from Nikki. What did you eat for Thanksgiving dinner?
Fucking turkey.
I ate the normal fucking ham.
Ham. What?
Yeah,
It's Christmas.
I don't eat turkey for. We always have turkey and ham. I prefer ham, so
I'm
I'll
gonna
go with
say-
ham.
Ham's
It is
busted.
busted. I want to say,
It is.
like fucking. Like,
What else did I fucking eat? I ate ham, there's some cranberry sauce, and I ate a whole fucking dish of sweet potato casserole,
Sweet
basically.
potato casserole is pretty good, but cranberry sauce sucks ass.
Bro, what?
Wait,
Nah,
wait.
come on. I fucking
Is this
love
not like a
cranberry sauce. That's
fucking
like the best.
like common opinion? Do people like cranberry sauce? What the fuck?
You know, that's a weird thing. So like, I saw like a poll on YouTube of all places. I don't know why the fuck there's a poll on YouTube in my feed, and it was like, how much cranberry sauce did you eat? And like, there was like
What?
a lot, a little, and then like, no, I fucking hate cranberry sauce, and like 70% of the votes were I fucking hate cranberry sauce. What the fuck is wrong with people? Cranberry sauce is great. I fucking love
Fucking
I
cranberry
sauce.
sauce.
use cranberry
Bruh.
sauce like with the fucking turkey or ham because usually, I mean, it tastes better with turkey.
When you said how much,
Like,
I thought you were gonna be
nothing.
like, how much pounds of it did you eat? Like fucking weigh it. I
Like,
didn't
I
weigh
had like
myself
half a
before
gallon.
and after.
I had like 3.5 pounds. You know, I don't fucking
Jesus.
know.
Like even for cranberry sauce, that's a fucking ton.
Yeah. I don't know. The cranberry sauce I have, it's not really cranberry sauce. It's just kind of like, it's like cranberry jello or some shit. It's like jelly, except for solid. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't think it's sauce. It's not something you pour on shit. You like scoop it out and eat it. It's good. I don't know. Also stuffing. Stuffing fucking is so good. I fucking love stuffing.
Stuffing hits so hard. Like,
Yes.
if you
It
describe
hits
how to make
differently.
stuffing, it's gross.
It's soggy fucking bread shoved inside of a turkey's asshole.
I mean,
But it's so good.
it's so hard. It's fucking bussin'.
that's what she said.
My sister made a whole Thanksgiving dinner, so shout out her. I know she listens to the podcast.
She listens to the podcast?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
She has to come on one of these days. Come on. When are you coming on here?
Yeah.
It's
All
fucking
right,
sweating.
next question from Nikki. Do you think Robert Pattinson, would be where he is today without the Twilight franchise?
No.
No, he wouldn't.
I
But
haven't seen the Twilight franchise, and I don't.
I've seen the first
I
one,
do.
and it sucks.
I don't
but,
plan
like,
to.
Yeah, it's like I watched the first one with my sister, thinking, oh, it's gonna be like so bad it's good. You know, it's gonna be like really funny because it's so bad. And I was just like boring. It's just bored.
Franchise gave him enough money, like it did similarly with Daniel Radcliffe and Harry Potter, to where like he can comfortably just do like what he wants acting wise.
Yeah.
That's the worst
And
thing
now
that can
he's-
happen. Like, if you're watching a bad movie and it's not even like so bad it's good, it's just boring. That's the worst movie you can make.
I think the worst type of movie you can possibly make is something that's forgettable.
Oh.
Is Hellraiser Deader. That's the thing you can
Yeah,
make.
fuck Hellraiser Deader. All my homies hate Hellraiser Deader.
It's like universally the most hated Hellraiser movie.
No, the most universally hated is apparently Hellraiser Revelation, when that's like the funniest one. The movie's fucking hilarious. I don't see why people hate it so much. It's got like a 1.2 on Letterboxd. It's like, I mean, it's a terrible movie, but like it's so funny. I mean, I don't see how people don't think it's hilarious. I mean, like I'll buy that movie just so I can watch it again. Like I'll have a Blu-ray so I can like fucking watch it drunk again. Like, it's such a funny
People
movie.
like binge it as much as we did. I don't think they watch it along with the other ones, which they should. Because like we had seen like what 5-6 movies of crap by then.
Yeah, because the
So,
first 3 are good, and then 4 is like boring, and then like after that they're just garbage until like I really like Hellworld. I mean, we talked about this in the episode.
Yeah,
But, I really like Hellworld Revelation, and Judgment was like okay, but
I didn't mind Judgment. It's not like the greatest, but it was definitely better than fucking Hellseeker.
I mean it's bad, but it's got some good scenes.
Wait, I thought
Like,
we were
way
fucking
better
talking
than-
about Robert Pattinson.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't think he would have. That's kind of like what launched him. I mean, he was in Harry Potter,
was in
and
Harry
then
Potter?
like you know, yeah.
What?
Using Goblet of Fire.
I haven't seen Harry Potter. I haven't seen any of them, but
Okay, that's
I know he was
okay.
in it.
I'm pretty sure it was Goblet of
I haven't read a
Fire.
single Harry Potter book. I need to, but I haven't.
I've seen like clips of the Harry Potter movies on TV, but I was like, yeah, he was in like Harry Potter, and then like he was in Twilight, and that became like the huge thing. Like you know, that was like he was like him and Kristen Stewart. They were like the Twilight people. So like I don't know. I mean, I don't think he would have been able to continue to be in really great fucking movies like Good Time and The Lighthouse, and
Also,
you know,
Kristen Stewart is really good actor too.
she was great in Spencer that just came out. She was great in that.
Oh, I should watch Spencer.
Yeah. It's actually, it looks like it would be boring because it's a biopic about like royals, but it's actually really fucking good.
Okay.
So,
I
like,
liked her in Underwater, which is kind of an underrated movie. Kind of went under people's radar.
oh yeah, forgot that existed. You want to see Personal
It's
Shopper?
I've not seen it.
I was gonna say some shit about how like even if he didn't get into Twilight, he still hit this. Sorry, he still hit the Safdie brothers up. So like, I was gonna say that. So like, he probably still would have succeeded. But then again,
I mean, if he was like a fucking nobody, he probably
Yeah.
could still have hit him up, and they would have hired him. I mean, just
They're
because he was
looking for
passionate
anybody
about
on the
the
street.
poster. Which is great. I mean, that's what I think is so. I mean, I love that about like how you can just tell it's like they're just like real people. Like I know a lot of like the jewelers and shit, like in Uncut Gems, were like real jewelers. Anyway,
Yeah, no, I found that cool.
next question. From Mav.
Yo,
So
Mav.
who would play you in a biopic about your life?
I love that question. That's a fucking cool question.
I was told that I look like Pedro Pascal, so I'll go with him.
You what? No. You do not look like Pedro Pascal.
Who do I look like?
I thought you looked like before I knew what you looked like. I thought you looked like Bud Cort
Yeah.
from fucking Harold and Maude.
Did you say I look like John Belushi? Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I'd say yeah. John Belushi's pretty.
Okay, ideally in a biopic about my life, the person I'd want to play me would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But like I know that is not gonna happen. So it'd probably be more something like fucking I don't know, like Jesse Eisenberg or some shit.
No, I don't know. I just
Does Weird Al Yankovic act? Because
Yeah.
we have like very similar hair. So
I can see Andy as Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, sure, that'll work. Fuck, I can't think who would play a good me.
Yeah, I know. Who would play a good me too? I know I'm not being fucking Jesse Eisenberg.
Matt Dillon. I don't fucking know.
the house that Heck built.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck.
Not gonna lie, Matt Dillon is hot in that. I mean, he's hot in general, but like in the house that Jack built, you know that scene when he's like fucking like hunting the children? That's some hot shit. What the fuck am I talking about?
Bro, if you weren't already on a wanted list, you're gonna be fucking on it because of that comment.
Yeah, like I mean, his like voice in that is like ASMR to me. You know, when he's like talking about how he's like, I think about all the things I've done that have resulted in no punishment at all, or whatever. Like, fuck yeah.
Do you guys know the one from the fucking The Witch? Or The Witch?
The Witch?
It's the one who did the
The
White House, or the Lighthouse.
Yeah, Robert Eggers.
Right,
Yeah.
Robert Eggers. He did the Witch, and the dad in that. He's just a fucking nice voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking in fucking. You know what's funny is when I watched that movie, I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying, so I put on subtitles. I still didn't understand what the fuck they're saying because it's in that old English.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no, I can see that. I don't know.
I don't know who would play a good me. Who would you want to direct your biopic?
Oh, that's a different fucking question.
But let's just throw that in for the fuck of it.
Direct my biopic?
What about a boring fucking?
Uwe Boll.
How about like Gasper No?
Oh fuck yeah! I don't know if he'd do a biopic though. I don't know if that's his vibe.
I don't know. I just like if it was like. I just want him to make it like the most psychedelic thing possible. Even if it's like the most boring fucking subject matter. That makes sense.
Yeah. How about like I know. How about like she's dead. Never mind. I like Chantal Ackerman. She can make some shit like Jean Dielman, just about how boring my life is.
It's just 2 hours of blind Criterion boxes.
Fuck.
I think what's his name? Fuck. The guy who wrote and directed The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Steven Chbosky.
That new movie of his Dear Evan Hansen looks kind of fucking like terrible.
Oh my god, I hate that.
Yeah, it is.
I generally
Because
don't like the musical either. Somebody tried to get me into it, somebody I knew pretty well, and it
wait, what?
was
Poughkeepsie tapes?
The Poughkeepsie tapes?
no, not the Poughkeepsie
Yeah.
tapes. No, I thought we were talking about Dear Evan Hansen.
Why did you say the Poughkeepsie tapes?
I didn't say the Poughkeepsie tapes. I said somebody I
Andy
knew.
said the Poughkeepsie
I
tapes.
did not. No, I said somebody.
Andy, why did you say the Poughkeepsie tapes?
Stop fucking
Because
ganging up on
Stephen
me. I did not.
Chbosky was a producer on the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Stephen Chbosky? Oh shit, because
Yeah.
that's his wife, isn't it? That plays the girl that gets kidnapped and tortured.
Okay, no. I was talking. Okay, so Dear Evan
It's something
Hansen.
Chbosky.
No,
That's
Dear Evan
wait.
Hansen. So somebody tried to get me into it, somebody I knew, and I just thought it was really fucked up. Wait, have you guys seen it?
Yeah, he's
It's basically
fucking.
like isn't that like the premise of World's Greatest Dad?
I have
With
no
Robin
idea what the
Williams?
fucking is.
That Bobcat Goldthwait movie?
I don't know. I like that movie, but Dear Evan
Imagine your
Hansen
first name
is
being
some-
called Bobcat.
No, yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I just felt like the things that they were doing in the like musical, like the
It's a musical?
Yeah.
it's a musical.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I don't know how they're gonna turn that into a movie, but like,
It is a movie.
Actually, sorry, go on.
We're
okay.
all talking over each other. It's like a
Okay.
Safdie Brothers movie.
No, so the actions that the main character takes are like so fucked up. So, God, I don't want to spoil.
Can you
it.
describe the premise without it being spoilery? It's something about a suicide, right?
Yeah, no. So I haven't seen it in a while, or I haven't seen the musical in a while. But like, this lonely dude meets like this other dude, and the dude kills himself, and the dude who killed himself like wrote a letter to the person before he died, and the main character is just pretending like he was best buds with the dude who died. And I'm probably fucking this up, but it was just like that was the main premise. I'm just thinking like, what the fuck?
It sounds about right. I read the like plot synopsis of the fucking play, and it's terrible.
Yeah, no.
Holy fuck. Evan Hansen is. Yikes.
Yeah. I've heard the numbers are good though, the musical numbers.
But I mean, theater kids are fucking weird, so it's gonna surprise me.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like throw this out there. So yeah, you said Stephen Chbosky, the director of that. He was a producer on the Poughkeepsie tapes, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're related. I mean, Stacy Chbosky, she played Cheryl Dempsey, the main like victim of the killer guy in that.
I'm too
So
scared.
I didn't know that.
I'm too scared to watch the Poughkeepsie tapes.
It's good, but it didn't hold up on rewatch, sadly. Rip.
Damn.
Anyway, I'd go for Pedro Pascal to play me in my biopic. Okay, next question.
She is the sister of filmmaker, novelist. So it's the dude's sister,
Oh,
Stacey Chbosky.
I mean, it still could be his wife. Anyway, what is
Wait a second.
what is your favorite? Hold on. What is your favorite debut film from a director?
Oh,
Oh.
wait, I need to answer
know
the
this.
question.
I fucking wrote
who
it down
would I
an
choose
answer
to
for this,
direct?
but I don't know where it is. Give me a second.
Okay, so my choice for who would direct my biopic would be Ari Aster.
Nice.
I feel like he would do very well with the awkward moments.
He didn't.
I would do Todd Solondz. I want him to direct my thing. So next question from Tidal. So shout out Tidal. He's been on the podcast before. He's epic. What is your favorite debut film from a director?
Ooh.
I would have to say by far Synecdoche, New York by Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah. He's written stuff before, but it technically is his first. Didn't he do?
Well, it's his first film directing.
Did he do Being John Malkovich?
Yeah, Being John Malkovich, Adaptation, Human Nature, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
No, I mean he directed fucking Being John Malkovich,
he did.
right?
No, that was
I'm
Spike
going with
Jonze.
Oh, my bad.
Ari Aster for this one too. Ari Aster is one of these.
Hereditary.
Hereditary's banging.
Wait, what was the question again? I'm sorry,
What is your favorite debut film from a director? And I would say this is debut film as them directing, not writing, because there are, Charlie Kaufman did write a bunch of films before he directed Synecdoche, New York. But yeah.
Synecdoche, New York fucked me up.
I fucking love that movie. I just rewatched it the other week.
There's so many fucking small details in that movie, and I don't know. I can't handle that shit.
It's a fucking masterpiece. I mean, it's my fourth favorite film. So,
what's that noise?
Bro, we're at like 2.5 hours.
Holy shit. Okay, so I found it. Mine is fucking Ari Aster or Sidney Lumet.
Oh yeah, 12 Angry Men. Fuck
12 Angry Men. I fucking love that movie. That used to be one of my top 4. It's not now, but yeah.
Rip. Yeah, that's a great film.
I think it's good. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I think it's good. I just don't think it's like really experimental, if that makes sense. And I fucking
but it's just so well executed for being a film about 12 guys in a room. I mean,
12 angry guys in a room.
Yep, true. It's like, I mean, it's just like so great to have like a 90-minute movie about 12 angry men in a room, and it's that entertaining. I mean, it's like it's very captivating to me. Anyway, I need to rewatch it. I love Sidney Lumet. He's one of my favorite directors, actually.
He's got good shit.
I wrote down a whole bunch of other ones just for the fuck of it, so I'm just gonna list them off. Eraserhead from David Lynch, As Tears Go By Wong Kar-wai, Hunger by Steve McQueen, Primer by Shane Carruth, Ivan's Childhood by Tarkovsky, Breathless from Jean-Luc Godard, Tetsuya the Iron Man from Shinya Tsukamoto, Ratcatcher from Lynn Ramsey, Delmo from Harmony Korine, Kali Blues from Be Gone, Pi from Darren Aronofsky, and Reservoir Dogs from Tarantino. I don't know, I just wrote down like a little list
was that
while we were
first?
talking. Actually, his first was My Best Friend's Birthday, but it got destroyed in a fire, so it's just a short film now.
Okay. Well, shit, I also
Texas Chainsaw Massacre from Tobe Hooper. Alright.
I need to watch Eraserhead.
Eraserhead's fucking awesome. I love Eraserhead.
It sounds like you've seen Razorhead. I'm like, that's a cool title for a horror movie.
Last question is from Van. What's your view on physical versus digital media? Is physical just outdated now and a strain on the environment?
So it's like saying physical. Physical all the way, forever and always.
I fucking love physical media. I mean, there's nothing better than owning a movie and actually owning it and being able to have like a hard copy of it in like Blu-ray or DVD or 4K or whatever the fuck form. I just love that. I'm like a big Blu-ray collector. I own like a whole bunch of movies. I still need to do that Blu-ray collection video.
Yeah.
But
I don't really fucking
Physical
own any
media will
Blu-ray.
never
Wait, what?
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I don't really own any like fucking Blu-ray or anything, but I feel like it would only be good to like flex it to somebody else for a second, and then like just nothing for like 2 years. So
until you get to flex it again.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. I don't own anything, so I'm not really speaking from personal experience, but I just don't really think that physical is that good.
I disagree. I fucking love physical media. Not just because I can flex. Like, I don't really like flexing on people. It just feels kind of... I don't know. It just feels weird. It's like, look at this cool thing I own. I'm better than you. I don't know. Anyway, I just love my collection because it's like I own so many of my favorite films. And like, if I had it on a streaming service or some shit, it's just not the same as owning a fucking like Criterion Blu-ray or like a DVD of a rare movie. It's just, I don't know, it's special to me. As for like the it being having a negative impact on the environment, I mean, it's just being like plastic and shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just sounding really ignorant, but like, I mean, until we like get rid of like plastic bottles, I don't think it's going to have any worse impact on the environment just from physical media. And it's become like kind of a niche thing, so it's not like that's the only way. I mean, I'm sure there's like more people, way more people just doing stuff on digital compared to physical media. Like, going out and renting a DVD. You can just go on Amazon Prime or whatever the fuck. So I don't think it's like, I don't know. I love physical media.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Andy?
Physical media will never die. I love it. I just love having like fucking something to hold on to and all the special features that's on physical copies,
Oh shit, I forgot about special features.
commentaries and stuff.
Yeah, I was watching the commentary and bonus features on the Criterion of Uncut Gems. It just got released this month, and like it's just I really love that. I mean, some Blu-rays have like way less supplements and stuff with it, which is
There's
always a bit of a bummer. But
special
like,
edition box sets that always kind of have fancy knickknacks with them. I like how the Criterion stuff usually has like a little booklet or stuff
with
about
the essays.
Yeah.
And I love Criterion. Arrow Video's got great stuff. Fucking
Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory.
Shout Factory.
Scream, Shout Factory, same difference.
Yeah, but I own too many movies. I can say that for sure.
I'm a physical guy for movies, but for video games, I'm mostly digital.
I don't play video games. I don't play them damn computer games.
Okay.
There's nothing that fucking annoys me more than like people who argue like fucking PS4 is better than Xbox or shit. And it's just like they're always like the sweatiest dudes. Who... Yeah. Also, I found out who would play me in a biopic about my life. The only person that I'd want to play me is Chris Pratt.
Well, first he's gotta finish voicing fucking Mario. Garfield.
I forgot about that.
Garfield. Chris Pratt is Garfield. Why?
He's what?
Wait, he is?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Chris Pratt.
Just when you thought
Garfield?
the universe could not get worse.
Chris Pratt's voiced Garfield, a new animated feature. Fuck.
I love how defeated you sounded right there.
Why? What is wrong with people?
Rip.
Okay.
Well, that's about it.
Alright.
Ends episode.
Sorry for making this 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Whoever listened all the way to the end here, you're fucking you're a legend. Shout out. Hit me up and come on the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just
next
slide
episode.
into DMs, bro.
Next episode. So what are we going to be talking about for our first episode of December? It's going to be a trilogy.
Trilogy?
Of the fucking Human Centipede. I'm kidding.
No.
What are we gonna?
Sorry.
Not gonna lie.
Sorry.
I can do an episode on those. I fucking love it.
You better fucking not. I just saw the poster of that. And I'm just like, no.
It's gonna be a solo episode, unless you can find a guest.
Solo, like that one with Alden Ehrenreich.
What?
Brad Howard. Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That's like the most forgettable shit.
It is a forgettable shit.
It was fine.
No, I mean, it's forgettable shit.
Movie.
Like that's the thing. It wasn't like horrible, but it was just like it wasn't great. I mean, there's nothing about it.
Like it's not the. Yeah, no, it's not like the bad movies that are like boring. It's just like the movies that you forget about that are the worst.
I feel like that's like the worst thing. Like I can watch a terrible movie, and like not even like it's The Room, it's so bad, but like a movie that I really fucking hate. And like I'll always remember that movie. If I give some shit like a 1 out of 10, I'm like fuck that movie. Like the fucking Vanishing remake. I'm never gonna forget the fucking Vanishing remake. That shitty fucking ending. But like if it's just forgettable, it's like it's just like so like fucking. So you're going alone. So you're Han Solo.
I'm so confused.
Anyway, we're gonna be talking about the Sam Raimi Spiderman movies from the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Whole trilogy, gonna be fun episode. I've never seen them before, which I'm looking forward to seeing them because I love like pre-MCU superhero movies, like in the 2000s.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
2
like
is
fucking
the
Daredevil. Daredevil is like my favorite superhero movie. No lie.
shit. Spider-Man 2 is like the shit though.
Nice. Yeah, I heard it's good. I mean, everyone always says like they're really great, and it's like, you know, they grew up with them and shit. So like, I'm excited to see what I think of them having not like having no nostalgia attached to them, and just being able to watch them, and you know, should be fun. I've owned them for like fucking ever on Blu-ray, so
Well,
yeah. That's about it. See you next week.
thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it was nice having you on. You should come on again at some point.
Hopefully.
Fuck yeah. Say something funny. Someone say something funny.
Julia Fox.
Howie.